Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen here on Dork Tales. It is a fantastic Wednesday evening and I am your Dungeon Master. My name's Kelly, you see him, and I am super excited to be back for another episode of Dragonlance because I love Dragonlance as much as I love these players. Let's introduce them, let's say a couple of fun things that are coming your way very soon, and then let's hop into episode 23, Hearts Hollow. Let's say hello, starting with Christine. Hey, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I play Kelara Vingard, our human cleric of Mishakal.
Nice.
Who also uses she, her pronouns.
All right, over to Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I go by Blogg in the chat. I use he, him, or they pronouns, and playing Godfrey Highvalor, the kitchen nightmare.
Exactly. Down to Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns. I'm second-gen gamer in the chat. And tonight I am playing Rizira Moonbrush, our lovely Kinder/Speckling rogue, which I just love rolling that R. But yeah, excited for tonight. And yeah.
Never make an
Gotta go
NPC
stab.
that has to speak with rolling R's. I'm just gonna put it out there as someone who's suffering from that in the other campaign right now. It's the worst. Over to Cal.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cal. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Aurontiros, the Qualinesti elf bard, ready to bard it up and shatter eardrums.
Yeah. And finally, last but not least, over to Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Hazeal Nightgranite, our dwarven lunar sorcerer, who also uses she, her pronouns. And for those of you who have been watching Dragonlance, you'll notice I don't really have my normal makeup on. It's because my back hurts, and I can't stand to do my makeup. But I'm here because sitting is less painful than standing.
And
I blame the dwarf for rabies.
It probably is. Yeah, it affects the hips first.
Yep, it affects
So,
the
you
hips, and it stops you from dancing.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what else is going to stop
So
you
if
from
I
dancing?
if I like make faces, it's fine.
I'm also starting off with 2 Hurt the Mores from last game, so feel free to add to that, everybody. Other things you should feel free to do is visit our sponsor for the episode. That's right, another hopeless love letter, we'll say, to Bookwyrm Games, because hey, calling all dice dragons, Bookwyrm Games has sponsored us for the 4th or 5th month. God, it's been a fun year with Bookwyrm Games. This is the 4th month they've sponsored us, if I'm not mistaken, and let me tell you, they have 168 different types of dice, from acrylic to resin, metal to liquid core, even actual gemstones like their World of Darkness inspired gemstone dice that you should definitely take a look at. You can get dice bags to hold your hoard and trays to ensure that you're rolling safely. Blah, blah. You can engage all senses while gaming with their candy dice, or scented candles of various themes. Check out their 5-set mystery boxes like the one that Robin just bought, or even get a mystical item monthly subscription with fun surprises every month. Not only that, if you go there right now and you use code DorkTales, you can save 10% off your order. Send me a message or ping me in the chat if you do make an order, and I'll trust you on the honor system. Any channel points you buy that night will be worth double rewards. So if you buy experience for our mage players, if you buy Hurt the Mores, or something good happens, or drama bombs, or even chat commands, I'll give you 2 for the price of 1 on our channel points. Be just to make the deal a little sweeter. So that's 10% at bookwormgames.com with code DorkTales, all one word. And hey, while you're looking for something cool to run at your table, might I suggest a very special Kickstarter, because Bookwyrm Games has a new product that they've released called a quest chest. It's a Kickstarter right now for 5 of them right now, because let me tell you, do you like immersive games? Check out Quest Chest by Bookwyrm Games. You can engage all senses by playing a fully system-agnostic module with wax-sealed letters, metal coins, really good metal coins actually, candles, actual tea, as well as narrated voiceover and custom music to set the scene, secrets to hide in plain sight with ciphers and puzzles to let your players decode, which, if your players are anything like mine, means that you have limitless game sessions for them to decode it. because it will take them forever. Use preschool riddles always. Secrets are there to decode. It's a lot of fun though. The first 2 boxes are available at bookwyrmgames.com, and you can use code DorkTales to save 10% on those, but 5 more are available on Kickstarter right now. They are at like 200+% of their goal. So this is definitely going to be a Kickstarter that does not fizzle. Head over there right now. You can find out more info about these at questchest.info. And I really hope you do back the Kickstarter, because these are really, really high quality. I was lucky enough to get a pair of them from Michael, the proprietor of Bookwyrm Games, and I really love them. If we get enough people buying them, Michael has said that he is going to craft a chest quest for us, because I kept mispronouncing it. It's going to be a pirate-themed booty call, we'll say. Can it be called the booty call?
Really?
I want it to be called the booty call.
Wasn't it?
Booty
What's a
call?
chest quest? So it'd be
If we
a
get
titillating,
he actually said that?
titillating adventure.
He actually said that, yeah, he'd call it a chest quest. Yeah.
The quest for booty.
The quest for more booty. Spaceballs, the quest for more booty. Anyway, it's fantastic. Go check it out right now. Besides that, folks, other things that you need to be aware of right now is this weekend, this channel, Dork Tales, is joining up with Onyx Path Publishing for Onyx Path Publishing Con. Throughout the weekend, we are going to be doing a bunch of different games and things. Ooh, thanks for the raid. We're going to be doing a bunch of different games and things that are going to be directly involved in World of Darkness, Chronicles of Darkness, Story Path System, and other Onyx Path properties that you can come and enjoy. I myself am running 3 games over the weekend. You can catch me on Friday at 3:30 Pacific on, I believe I'm on Rolling Nomads for that, but I'll have to double check. You can check the schedule that we'll post in our Discord and on our socials very soon. But I am running a game of Trinity Core, which is kind of their homebrew house brew system set in kind of like an adventure-y kind of spy thriller sci-fi world version of our own world. Then on Saturday, I'm running Aberrant, which is a superhero game that's kind of X-Men themed. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Sunday, I'm running a Special Mage the Ascension game that is going to be very much a 1990s romp. So I hope you enjoy your hacking and your hackers. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Krista is running a game of Pugmire on the Saturday. You can also catch me in 2 different panels. I'm going to be in one on Friday night about creating actual play content and streaming tabletop games. And then I am in, at the same time as the Pugmire game on Saturday, I am in a community content panel where I talk about writing for community content because that's one of my side gigs. Also, on that note, if you like vampires and Rome, you can go check out Vampire the Requiem, Dark Era's Requiem for Rome 2nd edition. I know it's a mouthful. Over on the Storyteller's Vault. It is a book that I was part of. I wrote about 30,000 words of it, and it's immense. Like 30,000 words is like maybe like a sixth of the book. It is a massive work. It's over, I think it's like 200 pages. It is incredibly high quality. And I wrote a story about a pig emperor in it that you get to play. So you definitely want it. It's fantastic. All hail Porcinius Publicus. Except the Latin was correct. Sam fixed the Latin for me, but it's a fantastic book. It's on sale right now. We just hit silver, I believe, over there, which just is a huge win inside of a week. That means a lot of people came and bought the book. And it's a fantastic thing where the authors get paid the more people that buy the book. We get direct royalties from that. So it's the only way we get paid, actually. So if you're in the mood for vampires and Rome, you can't go wrong.
I threw in the link, your affiliate link in there so people can check out.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. And welcome everybody who's joining us for the first time right now. Be sure to give us a follow here and give us a sub if you're watching on YouTube, because I love seeing those numbers go up. We're at almost 8,000 subs on YouTube, which feels really cool because we were like 4 years ago, we were like not. And I love it. All right. So with that, anybody else have anything they got to say before we begin?
No,
all right.
Just I grabbed a clip. If anyone was wondering why I looked a bit spacey, as I was grabbing a clip from last night's homebrew game and posting it in our Discord because reactions are great.
if you are a fan of Strixhaven, you should definitely check out the ending of last night's Shards of Nirn game, which is our homebrew epic. For no reason at all. For no reason at all. With that, I think it is time for us to head into Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. And Cal, I'm seeing in the chat that you're talking about the Vampire the Masquerade. Are you talking about Blood Feud?
I have that Vampire the Masquerade mega board game that I backed like years ago.
I think I might
It's
have
the
it
one
too.
that's like 8 to 64 players. It's meant to be played over like multiple sessions.
8
What?
to 64. Have you played it?
Wild.
No, because I haven't gotten. I'm thinking of running it online like week to week and like taking pictures of people's like hands. And yeah, there's like a bunch of different factions. It's meant to be with like multiple storytellers and kind of like a LARP if you want it to be.
That's a lot.
But it's this like mega board game, and I'll share pictures of it and I'll link you.
Let's
to
talk about that during the break.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting. I have a vampire board game in there. I don't know which one it is though.
I've got some of the card game from the 90s?
I spent way too much student loan money on that back in the day. That was my Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, right.
You still have them?
No, I gave them away because it was just I couldn't anymore. Once we'll talk during the break, but basically I had a Malkavian kill deck, and once it worked, and then the game stopped being fun.
Yeah, I remember that game, that style.
Yeah, I could do a
Very fun to play against.
If I did my cards right, I could do 60 bleed in one move. It took 10 rounds to set up.
Okay, so you knew how to play, I see, whereas I didn't.
Yeah. It's one of those times where I actually get GG, fam. But folks, I think it is time for us to head into Dragonlance because I can't faff around anymore about this. So, last time on Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, you all consolidated your forces. After completing the tower, you rested, recuperated, and traveled down to meet with the army. From there, you were informed that there was a strange artifact, not that far away, only about 5 miles away from the camp, to the west. Upon arriving, you discovered that it was not just any artifact, but a strange, magically active portal. After defeating a powerful clay golem that had arisen from its wreckage, Hazeal was able to stabilize the gate, opening a portal somewhere else in the northern wastes. But not just anywhere. You, with a bit of marking the stars in the early evening and looking around, were able to determine that you were likely on a place called High Hunt, a massive 10-mile wide plateau in the northern wastes on the other side of the eastern maze, what would have been a blockading canal of the wash that would have kept you far away from your destination. Now, you call the army forward to walk through this immense portal, saving the army almost a week and a half's travel into the north. And I think that's where we're going to begin our game. You all have time for a short rest. The gate remains active and stable, and night will fall. The stars are particularly bright tonight, and as the last orange hue fades out across the western hemisphere, you will see torchlight approaching you in the distance at about a mile away. Working their way through the arid landscape, you will see roughly 200 faces. For you did call the entire army to come over, right? You can see scouts in the distance, keeping an eye out at the periphery. And at the front of this force, Darrett heads your direction, the sound of his Solamnic knight's armor ringing throughout the dark night. In the distance as the army passes, no human eye can detect this, but the sound of the motion deters any of the wasteland hunters. For even the hungriest pterodon isn't really interested in tackling 200 armed humanoids. Although some eye stragglers around the periphery. As the army gets within earshot of you and within visible range of the gate, which is still pulsing with red and blue energy as it is stabilized, the runes glowing into the night, you can hear audible gasps echoing across the field. Magic like this is not common in Kryn, at least not common for the common soldier.
What is it? By the gods, what are we looking at? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. What has brought us here?
Darrett will approach, a bit of awe evident on his face, which is bathed in the red and blue hues, like he's close to a neon sign as he approaches you.
Hail, my friends! I see that you've found this.
Riz.
So hearing the muttering, Riz, is that you're not actually gonna see Riz actually. Oh, I'll roll stuff.
Okay.
24.
You can roll with advantage.
Okay. 28.
28.
You're gonna hear just Riz's voice every once in a while. In like the people are saying like, oh, it's so scary. Actually, no, it's quite a good part. Oh, look at that. I must very powerful sorcerer must have done it. Oh, don't worry. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about that. It's good magic. It's powerful magic. She's just darting around trying to
make me a persuasion roll, and I'll let you give yourself the help action.
Okay.
Hype man.
Riz is the hype man. That's gonna be giving myself the help action.
I can just imagine Riz like hearing herself talk and
23.
responding to it.
Yeah, just calling, answering herself. I picture her doing like the Bart Simpson.
What do you mean
Bart's-
the bank is out of money? Yeah.
All right. So
23.
25?
23.
I suppose the colors are quite pretty. I've never seen magic like this before. It's intriguing. You know, I was almost a wizard once.
Oh, you are not, you old coot.
Got the beard for it.
So as you're kind of darting in, the men are looking on with, well, the soldiers are looking on with abject awe. Darrett will approach, a hand on the pommel of his blade.
What have we here?
It's a portal.
Yeah?
We think it'll take us closer to where we believe their army is. Or at least an encampment of theirs.
It'll save days of travel.
Weeks, I think.
Weeks, even. Yeah.
Might be able to get the jump on them.
Yeah. Wow.
Make their scouting useless.
I think that, do you know where this goes?
Do we know where this goes?
Hazeal had an idea, didn't she?
So,
yeah, we looked
high
at them
hunt.
like yeah.
Right. That was high hunt, you said?
High hunt.
High hunt, okay. I think it goes to high hunt.
High hunt. That's about 50 miles away.
Yeah.
And we believe that there's an encampment of theirs. I can't quite see it on the map, Kelly. Is it Sky Scars?
You believe
Sky
so.
Tears? I
you
think
believe
there's a
it's
dragon covering it.
Yeah, you believe it's at the Sky's Tears.
Sky's Tears. Right.
About
Sky's Tears, okay.
about maybe 15 miles away from it.
Yeah, we'll just pop out. They won't know where we are. Riz is popping out from the crowd.
if they've already made note of the army and they think that we're weeks away.
This will give us an advantage.
As long as
True.
they don't know about it. But
And it's he takes a step closer. Is it safe? He says in kind of a
Oh,
hushed
absolutely. Hazel's gonna walk through the portal.
Some of the soldiers will
It's perfectly safe.
What happens if you walk around the side of it? Wait, does it just, I guess he can't. So it's literally like a doorway?
It's a door.
So if I...
and he'll walk up onto the podium.
May I?
Hazel's gonna hold out a hand from like the other side of the portal.
Okay.
So he'll like grab it.
She's not gonna pull, but she's gonna just like gently encourage him.
Oh, I'm trusting you so much right now.
And he's gonna take a step through the portal and go, oh,
Oh wow, I think this is High Hunt. This is really tall.
Yeah.
Soldiers, the view's incredible, my friend. The view's incredible. Wait. Hold on. I want to try something. 1 second. Everyone, check this out. This is going to be most interesting.
and he's gonna like on the other side of the portal. He's gonna like walk around the edge of the portal and go, whoo! But like the sound isn't going. He's gonna like walk around the side of the portal so that if the portal were off, he would just be walking around the edge of it and yelling at his troops. So he's gonna just go, whoo! And it's gonna kind of echo a little bit on High Hunt, but none of the sound's gonna go on the other side. He's gonna come back. Did you hear that? We ain't heard shit! Most bodacious.
So now that we're all here, let's go.
We can go.
And how long will the portal hold, Hazel?
As far as I can tell, it's just stable now.
Until you
right?
turn it off.
As long as we want. I can probably turn it off at some point, but it's not going to just end.
Well, what do you have here? You'll hear, and suddenly there will be a swirl of dark fabric out of the corner of Hazel's eye, and standing next to you, but outside of immediate swinging distance, you will see an elf with long dark hair, dressed in dark blacks, purples, and blue robes, as Dalamar appears.
Interesting.
I was just about to mention you.
I was expecting you back at Wakenmouth.
We got all distracted.
Well,
I see. And this heads to High Hunt, I hear.
Yeah, do you and your study buddies want to come fight the dragon army with us?
I don't think they do. But I have...
Do you?
I will fight if I have to. I have a proposition for you. A word before you head into the great beyond?
Don't think we're going there yet. We have so much to do on this plane first.
I was able to pull the ley lines together faster than I would have thought. However, in order to determine exactly where we are headed, I was hoping that I could get some help from you. There's another place nearby, If this goes to the giant's spine, it should be no trifling matter to head a bit further to the east. There's a powerful source of magic there. I believe it's near where you believe this Camp Carrion Clay is.
So it's on the way.
A bit beyond. Which means that if you're headed this way with this entire army, you would probably like some assistance. If you agree to help me reach this location, I will lend you my services in whatever transpires at this camp. What do you say, Hazeal? Dueling magusses?
It's not my decision.
What about the rest of you? Care for an extra spell slinger?
And what is it you require of us?
Just to escort me beyond. A place to the north, a bit beyond Camp Carrion Clay, when this is all over. In the meanwhile... Yes?
Hey. I'll defer to your judgment on it, Hazeal.
Well,
It's not my decision.
you've done nothing but help us and point us in the right
I
direction.
think it would be a good thing. Like, I'm sure we could take a little time to help Talmar. And he's offering to help us.
Who has your map?
We're going to go to the camp first. That right, and then do it.
Yes. It's past, so I think that stopping there would be most advantageous to you.
I don't see a problem with you tagging along. More magic is always helpful.
Of course.
Riz,
Who has your
you
map?
have the maps? I think Rizira had them.
Oh, probably.
Well, I mean,
don't know.
Godfrey did have them, but I think Rizira has them now.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oof.
Where are they?
I found them.
You must have dropped them.
Unroll
Yeah,
them
you
here.
probably dropped them.
Come. My research has shown me this. And there, like, the army's just kind of watching this conversation that you're all having on, like, the steps of this portal. Darrett kind of standing nearby officiately, Levna kind of flanking on the other side like a pair of Solamnic gargoyles. Riz, you unroll it on the steps of the portal, and Dalamar leans down. People in the crowd are going, 2 elves in one day. And one of them a mage. Did you see the way he appeared out of nowhere? This is a weird day. I'm going to have to tell my kids about this, one woman says. This is... My wife's never going to believe this. The kids might. Dalamar leans down. Here. He points on the map. The giant's spine. There is a mesa on the northern edge of the wastes. I believe this is where you will find the City of Lost Names. All of the energy seems to point to it.
In a giant spine.
The giant spine. It's a large mesa, a series of stones.
Oh, see, I didn't know that's what that word meant. So thank you for clarifying that.
Mesa is a blunt rock structure. Hazeal, would you prefer? You know more about rocks.
You're doing a fine job.
A rock that grows out of the ground but has no sloping to it, usually. Like an obelisk, but wider. Like
Rocks
a plateau,
can
but
grow?
without... Sorry?
Rocks can grow.
Yes, they can. Didn't your family ever do experiments with salt crystals?
I don't know if I did. I kind of forgot about it.
You can grow your own salt. Interesting.
And sugar.
No, it's true, and sugar as well. Well, my friends, then I shall join you on this endeavor. I will add one more to your fellowship. I am at your service.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Right, shall we?
Yeah, let's get these boys and girls and thems all through this portal. Let's get everyone through and go beat up some dragon people.
This feels like right out of one of Ispin's stories.
Doesn't it?
Maybe they weren't all lies.
I'm sure he's looking down at us going... I'm sure he has notes.
Well, he's
That's what I'll
probably
say.
insulting Godfrey right now, because Godfrey just said he thought he was lying.
Well, he did exaggerate a bit.
Ispin, if you're up there, smote him down where he stands if he's lying. Oh, not you. You're...
Well, how much power?
Hazel's hand itches as though she was gonna like get something, and she's like, no.
Whose side are you on there, Riz?
Riz, I see that you looked up to Ispin enough to assume that he would ascend to some sort of godhood.
Oh,
I mean, if anyone could, it'd be Ispin.
yeah,
from
if
what I
it
hear.
was Ispin, I was seeing he has a very powerful mage. Maybe after death, who knows?
He is a man of myth and legend, after all.
Nah, Godfrey, you're a hero. I know he wouldn't actually smote you down. You're the hero. You're the knight in shining armor, going to save all of us.
I'm just imagining his ghost telling stories about the time that he became a god. And that the
Around the
Queen of the
ghost
Kender,
campfire.
Queen of the Kender worshipped him.
All right.
You know, I trained the Queen of the Kender back before she was queen.
Well, I know that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll
that
never
story.
do that accent again.
I thought it was
You're
quite.
not. You have the actor feat, Aurontiros. You
Yeah,
could
you
actually
did it
sound perfect.
flawlessly. I thought
Yeah,
it was
you did.
quite excellent. All right,
Oh,
man.
thank you.
We're going to be heading through. Pin your courage to the sticking place, and let us go. That's what you're supposed to say, right? Is that?
I was going to say hold on to your butts, but that sounds much more knightly.
I tell you, I want to go through there. It's magic, and I won't do it. One of the soldiers in the center says. Lo, it is our mission to... Fuck our mission! I ain't gonna be messing with any magic. I'm here for swords and to fight an army, not to go through some sorcerer's bunghole.
'Tis all right. We can let those that are too cowardly behind. They would not be able to stomach the throes of war anyway.
Yeah, leave them to the wilderness, I guess. All alone with no rations or tents.
No, send them on their way back home.
Kalara's
So-
gonna kind of stand there behind Aurontiros, just with her arms crossed, looking very disapproving out over the army to see if it's somebody from her town. They are going to regret their words.
If
Sounds good.
it's a little easier if you close your eyes when you step through.
Yeah, I agree. If you're not coming through, Levna says, then good riddance. Run back to Nightland. Wet behind the ears.
She'll mutter something very unladylike under her breath. Aurontiros, as the leader of that discussion, can you do me a favor, make me a persuasion roll with advantage?
All right.
Yes, get the bards to do persuasion. Perfect.
Good, good.
Good.
You can tell I'm getting older. I'm like leaning closer to my monitor to see.
I have everything zoomed up. Like,
Yeah, I just had to zoom in. But I leaned forward before. I was like, wait, I can zoom.
Yeah.
this
Persuasion. All right.
newfangled technology. Zoom.
Newfangled. Zoom.
Let me find
Me with my back
microscope.
being like, I'm old.
Yep.
Oh, not.
So, while Cal is calculating, I have to say, for the podcast listeners, you did not see Christine's Kelara glare, which was perhaps the most terrifying image that needs to be screen grabbed and put into memes. It was pretty disapproving.
That's a really good evil eye.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was very hard to not
Alright.
laugh and like smile when I was doing it too.
All right.
The
A
chat.
persuasion
Kelara
or an
activate.
intimidation? No,
Your
just
choice.
persuade. Can I use intimidation?
You can use intimidation.
Since
Yeah,
it's kind of challenging their.
yeah, do it. Do that.
All right. Intimidation. So I rolled a 10 and 11. So, but my intimidation is plus 11.
So 22. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 22. A couple of people you're going to see are going to jostle around inside, kind of like a mosh pit forming in the mass of the army, elbows hitting those who were complaining. Don't leave me here. Then you better go through. You heard them. We march. And with that, the army begins to shuffle forward.
If some of the others go through the portal first, Kalara's gonna turn to look out over the army and just stick her tongue out and like pull the edge of the eye down and make a face at them, and then go march through herself with her head high.
All right. Do you all head through?
Yep.
Yeah.
There is a swirl of motion, and you will find yourselves at the top of High Hunt. It's surreal stepping across. The wind completely changes. On the other side, it was a little breezy, but up here, the wind is gusting, plastering your clothing up against you. You're an extra 300-400 feet in the air, maybe higher. At the top of this, you can hear the sound of distant creatures flying through the air, the sound of very distant beating wings and shrieks. You're at High Hunt. Kind of around the center of it. The army slowly begins to trickle through. 10 soldiers, 20 soldiers, 40 soldiers. Over the course of the next 10 minutes, 200 soldiers march through. As the last stragglers move through, leaving everything in the wake behind them. Hazeal, do you leave the portal on?
That's a good question. No, I think I turn it off. Unless somebody tells me to leave it on.
Nobody seems to.
I'll turn it off.
Okay. It does not require a spell slot to turn off. You simply hold your hand up and cease the flow of energy through it. Nearby, you can feel a watchful eye on you. As Dalamar stands nearby watching it die away. How fortunate to have found such a powerful relic. Perhaps fate is with us yet.
One would hope.
I suppose they've already sent 2 chosen of the gods. What an interesting time we have been born into. Magus? And he'll begin to walk with the rest
Interesting
of the army.
indeed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
In the distance, you can, of course, hear all of this noise. What's the plan here? The army was in the middle of getting ready to set up for the night, anyway, to rest, and it is full nighttime. Darrett will approach you all and will say, now that we're on the other side, I think that probably is enough excitement for the day. That, and given the fact that the Mesa is probably, well, quite a fall if we move through here at dark, I'd prefer that we probably set up camp here for the night. What do you say?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
That said, we'll set up camp here until the morning, so about 12 hours, I imagine. If you all want to scout around, I'll also send my scouts to look. Maybe we can find something interesting up here.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'll have a look around. I'm not really tired. Riz hold back a yawn.
Good. Well, then I will see you shortly. Be safe. Try not to fall off of High Hunt. I would hate to
I'll
lose
do
some
my
friends.
best.
Well, at least we should be safe from the wash way up here.
One would hope. All right, men. We're going to set up camp up here. I want lights on the edges of the perimeter. I don't want anybody going sleepwalking or out for a tinkle in the middle of the night. Finding an edge or something. And those of you who spoke out earlier, I'd like you to start digging some latrines. Well, I appreciate your input. Bad timing is bad timing.
Yeah, if you're gonna talk shit, you might as well dig it.
Oh, I mean, verily.
Hey, nothing wrong with the Kender saying it, as long as it wasn't you, sir.
It's true. Well, good luck, and I'll have a tent set up for you.
Wonderful.
Good luck.
You as well.
All right. Do you all head out into the night to do a little bit of scouting around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take a look around.
Sure. Yeah.
Riz is
I do-
super curious.
Do want rest for spell slot reasons, but
All right. Going for a brief walk. An hour or so won't hurt you much. Do you take Levina or Dalamar with you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Whoever wants to come, I guess.
I could go for a moonlight stroll, I suppose. I was a bit, I did make a bit of haste on my way to you, but I could go for a stroll. I can't see shit in the dark. So unless one of you is going to have some lights up, I'm gonna go spend some time at the ale tent.
Oh, I have. I guess I could get a light. Rizira still has the hooded lantern that they found.
All right, I guess I will tag along then.
I know how hard it is for you to pull yourself away from the responsibilities of the ale tent.
Look, somebody has to go there and make sure that the quality is good.
Oh, exactly. And if you don't, it's left to...
What, to dare it?
To amateurs.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
And I'm a professional drinker.
You really should have a dwarf.
I have
checking
one.
the ale. Yeah,
She'll,
but, you know.
she'll wink at Hazeal. All right, come on, Shorty. Let's go.
Oh, Godfrey, I'm tired. Can I uppies?
You got it, Riz. No.
Riz will jump up on Godfrey's back.
I'll look very reluctant, but not really. Like, just pretending to be reluctant about it.
If you're trying to sell the size, Godfrey, you gotta also like slump the soldiers and like look down. Slump the shoulders and look down. There,
Like that?
there you go. Now it's more convincing.
Way more convincing.
So, which way are we headed? We're headed north tomorrow, perhaps south?
Well, why not?
Sure.
You never know what's going to be found out here. Maybe there'll be even another portal that will take us somewhere more exciting.
The portals are just lying around out here.
Portal doesn't.
We'll have to color code them soon. With that, you begin walking out into the night. And as you're going, you continue along the mesa. It is a beautiful walk. Well, among the plateau, I should say. It is a beautiful walk there. The stars at night are now glittering. You can see 2 of the moons overhead. Brilliant silver, ambitious, vibrant red. And Hazeal, out of the corner of your eye, for just a moment, you could swear you saw something next to Nuitari. Oh, pardon me. No, sorry, I misspoke. You saw something next to Lunatari.
Uh-huh.
Almost like a cusping shape that seemed to waver in front of the other moon. But when you turn, there's nothing there. But you can't help but get the sense that not 2 moons are looking down at you, but 3.
I'm just tired and seeing things.
And as you're saying that, it's been about 30 minutes of wandering around, looking around. Can I get a perception roll from everyone? Because I imagine that you're all being actively perceptive out here.
Yeah, probably.
I will say that if you roll below your passive perception, give me your passive perception score.
21.
Exact same I rolled.
Nice. Nice. So I'm seeing 21. I'm seeing 18. I'm seeing 20. I'm
surprised considering my passive perception is 11.
26 from Aurontiros. And Christine. Yeah.
Mine is still the lowest.
23. So 18 is the lowest. Oh, I guess I should roll for Levna. Levna got a
And
22.
Dalamar.
I know. I'm rolling for Dalamar next. Dalamar rolled a nat 20 that bounced into a 2.
Oh.
So
He was about to make a
baby.
wonderful discovery, and then a June bug or a lightning bug like flew into his face.
It's in my ear. What the? This fucking thing. What is what it translates in out of Elven? I hate bugs so much. God, if they weren't part of the ecosystem, I would raze them to the ground.
I don't know if there's words for this in Elven, but Hazeal under her breath in Elven mutters, "Buzz, buzz."
Buzz.
Yeah.
Everything in Elven is just like a flowy silk scarf in the wind. That's how it's pronounced.
Except it's through a dwarf's voice, so it's like
Bouger. It just sounds Italian then. Bouger.
Bouger.
A
I thought you sounded
accent.
bouze sounded
A
Italian.
dwarf's accent speaking Elven is just Italian.
Yeah.
Now we
Maybe
know.
Confirmed.
There we go.
Confirmed.
All right, so there we go. So any Italians watching this stream, congratulations. We've pinpointed your accent. Bella.
All right. He's going to smack at his ear, and the rest of you are going to all hear the sound of a shriek in the distance. Reptilian, and the sound of flapping wings. About 300 meters to the north of here. Through the darkness, those of you with dark vision are going to be kind of barely able to make out some dark shapes moving in the night. And then, in the darkness, the glow of fire. A pair of torches are held nearby in the distance.
Riz immediately covers the hood on the lantern.
All right.
Everyone, 2 arms.
About 300 meters ahead of you, you're going to see a pair of Dragon Army officers astride Dragonels swooping down onto the landscape, like peering around, and then taking flight again. They're searching for something. You can hear them doing a call and answer to each other with whistles, just as they strafe around the area. Do you hide? Do you engage? They're 300 meters away, so about 900 feet.
So we've been walking about 30 minutes, you said?
You've been walking about 45 minutes at this point.
Okay, so we're a long way away from the camp. High Hunt, it's a flat plateau?
Yes.
Can we
It's
see
like the
lights
upper
from
part of the
camp
Grand Canyon.
Fire.
Yeah. You cannot see the fires of your camp from here by any stretch.
You cannot. Okay.
Not 45-minute walk away. No, it's faded into the
Okay.
background. But these guys are they're kind of about 2.5 football fields away, and are kind of just flying around. You can barely make them out even with dark vision.
What do you see, Riz?
Riz doesn't have dark vision.
I don't have dark vision.
No. Right.
Yeah, I see nothing.
There are.
Aurontiros.
Remember those smaller flying dragons, Dragonels?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 of them. With army commanders.
And
can't-
those
Searching for
whistles. You can hear the whistling, the signaling to each other so that they can cover a wide range. They're looking for something. But they're landing every now and then. They're looking for something upon the ground.
Well, I don't.
Should we
Perhaps they do
What if-
not.
get them?
Whatever it is, let's make sure they don't find it.
Yeah, also we don't want them to see our camp as well, so I think we need to deal with this. We have the surprise right now, but if they see it, we've kind of lost.
Right.
Should we try and deal with them?
I think so.
Arasi. Talk.
Once the sun rises, they'll likely see the camp anyway. We should try.
What's Aurontiros doing?
Well, you know how he makes us more stealthy sometimes? I think that's the same motion he's doing.
The next
So we
time
should-
you blink, you are one with the night. And Aurontiros is casting Pass Without Trace.
Nice.
I blinked.
So-
Did it work?
How many can that affect again? 5?
Veil of Shadows radiates from you, making you and your companions hide from detection. Each creature you choose within 30 feet has a +10 bonus to
Okay.
stealth.
All right.
So I guess it's anything within 30 feet.
Then let's get up there and kick some ass.
Yeah.
Right. The Dragonels and their riders have moved a bit closer. They continue forward until they're only about 100 feet ahead of you. And it's at that point that those of you with dark vision are going to clearly see at the edge of your vision a humanoid rushing between some of the rocks and shrubs and overgrowths on top of the mesa, sliding down to duck as the Dragonels strafe overhead, as their fire, the fire from their torches, spans the ground almost like floodlights, looking for this person. The person's human-sized, teenage, maybe. They're about 60 feet ahead of you when the rest of you notice them. Breathing heavily, hiding behind a bit of scrub brush. The Dragonlance are coming closer. They're about 60 feet to your immediate west.
So do the Dragonlance have riders?
They do. Dragon army officers, armed with lances.
Okay, are we going to fight them?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Kalara's gonna try and cast Hold Person on one of the riders.
Okay.
'Cause
So
they can't move and they might fall off then.
All right. So, Christine, let's do that. Everybody else, let's roll.
He's at 60 feet, right? So
It's at 60 feet. So as soon as
that's my
they're in,
range.
let's have
They must make a
everybody-
wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So just the one.
Okay. What's my DC?
16.
16. Let me just check their stats. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'd like everybody to roll initiative for me, please. The Dragon Army officers and the Dragonels will act on the same initiative. So... 15. Okay. Just for ease of operations. Okay, so 17 and a 12 for me. So, looking at the initiative, I have Riz with... oh, wow, I don't have Riz first. I have
rolled a 5.
Okay, a roll for Dalamar. Roll for Levna. Okay, 9 and 10. Okay, so I have Hazeal with a 19, followed by Riz with a 17, and Dragon Army Officer 1, and Dragonel 1. Then I have a 16 for Godfrey. Then I have Kelara with a 15. Then I have Dragon Army Officer 2, Dragonel 2. Then I have Aurontiros and Dalamar, and then Levna. Okay, that's a big initiative chart. All right, so we're going to start it off going. So Kelara, I'm just going to give you just a quick advance round since you just called it, and we'll start initiative after that. So Kelara, you're going to cast Hold Person. I rolled an 11, which is not enough. I'm going to spend a Hurt the More to re-roll that. And I rolled a 19 on the second roll.
Okay.
So you will try to cast Hold Person, and as you do, you will kind of call down your God's divine light, and it's going to kind of just phase off of him as the rider flies a bit closer. Hazeal, it is your turn. The riders are surprised, so they will not have initiative this round.
Oh, excellent. I'm going to twin spell haste on Riz and Godfrey.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Anything else you're doing?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Sounds good.
So reach
All
out
right.
and touch both of them, because I think that one's a touch, but or at least I know they're in range. And twin spell that.
All right. Riz, it is your turn.
Cool. So haste is a extra action that you can make for an attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. I'll grab the wording
Yeah.
for you and throw it in.
Or Josh.
As soon as it
Yeah.
lands.
Oh, right. That can give
Plus
me
advantage on dexterity and +2 to your AC.
yeah,
Here.
amazing. Okay, so can I, with a bonus action, dash, disengage, hide? Okay, sweet. Okay, here we go. So, Riz is first off going to, in one hand, because I am in the dark, or they have torches. Can I see?
You can see them. They're 60 feet away. You don't have a light source, so you'll have disadvantage on this.
That's what I was asking, if I could see from their torches.
You can, well, what are you trying to do?
I'm wondering if I have disadvantage on my attacks.
Are you using a hoop axe?
That's what I'm asking. Yes.
60 feet away with a torch. You know what? I'm not going to give you full disadvantage, but I am going to give them basically partial cover for darkness.
Okay.
So basically their AC is going to go up.
Yeah, they don't see me though.
They do not see you. So you'll have advantage on the attack.
Okay. Cool.
The best of both worlds.
Yes. No, this is great. So I don't have to use a bonus action to give myself steady aim. So that's great. So bonus action or first action. Attack with the hoopak.
Okay.
At one of the dragon army officers.
Okay.
Holy shit, I'm glad I had advantage on that because I rolled a 1. Those was a nat 1. 15 plus 3. Does an 18 hit? If I use I'm gonna use determination. Does an 18 hit?
Does that raise it to an 18?
Yes.
If you're aiming at the dragon army officers, that will not hit.
Okay. Sounds good. So that'll miss. So that was action. For my hasted action, for my real action, Riz is going to pull out the wand of magic missiles. Oh yeah, don't worry, I was waiting for that.
Okay.
I would like to unleash 4 charges at the Dragonelle.
Okay.
So that is a 4th level magic missile.
Yep.
So it's
Okay.
3 dots.
So I believe that's 64.
74.
Oh, 74. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, because it starts with 3, and then it's another one each level.
Yep.
So 74 force damage
Okay.
to the dragon.
74 plus 7.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right, gonna put that into a Google.
Yeah.
Because
dice
I don't wanna
roller.
fish. Okay, so 17 plus 7 is 24 force damage to the Dragonelle army.
Okay.
And then Riz is going to, so action, got bonus action, and a move action. Okay, Riz is going to then bonus action or move action, run away from her, kind of run behind, and then bonus action hide.
Okay. So make me a stealth check with plus 10. So if you roll below a 30, I'm going to be very surprised.
So plus 10, plus 10. Okay, yeah. So plus 20 to whatever I roll. 35.
All right. So Riz
Casual 35.
will go
Yep.
and fire off a hoopak stone, which will bank off of the side of the Dragonelle rider's armor. And then the Dragonelle is going to be hit in the face with 7 bolts of magic out of this wand as the Kender dances to safety. Godfrey, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm suddenly feeling a whole bunch lighter too. So I will use my move action. Are they in the air still?
They are
or...
in the air. Yeah, they're about 30 feet in the air, about 60
Okay.
feet away from you.
I'm going to actually just run 30 feet towards them to try and encourage them to be. I'm going to be out in the open and just run up 30 feet. I'm going to take out the light crossbow and aim at a Dragonelle.
Okay, sounds good. Make me your attack roll.
Ooh. I'm not good with the light crossbow. That'll be an 11. And
Okay.
then second attack. Oh, that's not too bad. 20. Dirty.
20 against the Dragonelle, even with the low light conditions, is going to hit.
Awesome. So I'm going to use trip attack on it.
Okay.
So I'm going to use just the D6 one, though. So let's see here. So that'll be 7 points of damage and make me a DC 16 strength save.
That is going to be a 22. Unless somebody stops me.
And what is this doing, Godfrey?
Preventing
It'll
him
make
from getting
it-
spiked to the ground.
It'll, yeah, so if this succeeds,
just
it
bounce
and
them?
the rider will fall
Yeah.
onto the ground. They'll go prone.
Silvery barbs?
Silvery
All right.
barbs.
Okay, then a 15 is not enough, is it?
Nope. So
Okay.
it goes prone, which means it falls.
Yep, give me 1 sec, just rolling its damage from the fall. Okay,
That's
so
your
it's going to...
advantage, Cal.
Okay. And that is going to be
Who's
so 10
after
more points of
Godfrey?
falling damage, and then 7 points of falling damage to the rider. As you are going to hit the crossbow, the crossbow bolt is going to wedge inside of its wing joint, and you're going to hear it let out this horrible squawk as it goes tumbling head over heels into the ground. The rider is going to pull up at the last second, slamming the Dragonelle into the ground to save their own skin. Taking much less of the damage as the Dragonelle skids across the ground painfully. Anything else you
right.
have, Godfrey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is just the beginning. So haste action I'm going to use to dash and move up to them because they're only 30 feet away from me now.
Yep.
Then I'm going to action surge and take out the Dragonelle.
Yes.
I might as well just give the advantage from Silvery Barbs to Godfrey.
Oh,
Sounds
give it
good.
to somebody else because they're both prone on the ground, so I have advantage on them within 5 feet.
Okay. Then it goes to... who hasn't gone this round? Me?
Levna.
Levna,
Levna,
Kelara,
there we go.
Clara.
and Dalamar.
Levna.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Noted.
27
That's going to hit.
for 9,
Okay.
and then 24 for 14.
For 14, all right. Lunging forward, you bring your sword down twice on to this prone Dragonelle, and with 2 tremendous swipes of your sword, you're going to behead the beast.
Nice.
The rider is going to scream at you as you rise out of the blackness to attack him. And Kelara, it is your turn.
Okay. Who was hasted?
Godfrey and Riz.
And Fizz.
Okay. And Levna's here with us, right?
Levna's here with you, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna Shield of Faith Levna.
Okay.
And then try and do Sacred Flame on whichever enemy is closest to me.
The closest one would be the one on the ground that's right in front of Godfrey. I rolled a nat 1 on that one. Give me double damage on
Yeah.
Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Holy crap.
That is 9 damage, radiant damage, and yeah, I think that's it for that one.
9 radiant damage. Okay. All right. Light is going to flare in that one's face as he raises his lance to stab at Godfrey, or prepares himself to. But before he can, Holy Light is going to appear directly in his face, and he's going to let out a horrified scream as he is dazed by it.
Nice.
All right. He loses his round from surprise action. We're down to Aurontiros. Unless, Kelara, do you have anything else you'd like to do? Okay, you're good. So Shield of Faith
That
on
was an action
Levna.
and a bonus, so
Perfect. All right, Aurontiros, you're up. What do you do?
So there is one...
There's one still in the air about 60 feet in front of you to the west, and 30 feet in the air. The other Dragonelle is on the ground and dead. Its rider is trying to get up from prone with its lance, but just took Holy Light to the face.
Okay. Oh, I get this guy down. Am I able to see if the Dragonelle is wearing any, like, mounted armor itself?
It is wearing a saddle and does have some bardishing, some like armor plating along the side of it. Because it's in their art, so I'm going to say yes. Take that, Wizards of the Coast.
Take it. I think that's probably they're in the air, so I have limited. We'll have to drop Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
Which, I mean, they kind of know some of us are here already. And instead concentrate on a new spell and heat the metal of move closer towards them and then heat the metal of the Dragonlance, not the rider.
Okay. I
Maybe
rolled a nat
thinking
1 on my
maybe-
save again
Against
your heat metal.
Who needs
dice
something
hates
good
me.
happens when
Yeah, exactly. When my dice are
Yeah.
rolling like this, holy crap. It's because Christine sacrificed a hold person spell, my dice are cursed.
Yep. It's because you
Alright.
use the hurt them more.
Yeah.
yeah.
And how does
It just rolled double damage.
any cast can upcast things? I should have asked this first.
Yeah, any cast
When
can
you-
upcast things. You can use a higher slot.
Okay. If you
I'll
have
allow
one.
it. I'll allow it because
I'll-
I just rolled 2 nat 1s in a row. I deserve this.
All right. So when you cast this from 3rd level, it's 1d8, so 3d8. So does that mean I just double 3d8,
You roll
or does that mean I
68.
roll 68?
You roll 60, or no, roll 3d8 and double the total.
And then double the total.
Yeah, it counts as basically as vulnerability, is how we do it.
6, 4, and a 7 makes 17.
17. Okay, so 34.
If my maths lead me
Seventh-
to believe it's 34, then
God.
yes.
All right, it's going to let out a horrible shriek and will start trying to shed its armor, but to no avail. It's strapped on with leather, but you are going to see the brightness of its glowing armor there. As the metal glows red hot. Anything else you want to do?
And you said they were 30 feet in the air,
They're 30 feet in the air, yes.
but they were 60 feet away from where we were?
60 feet, 30 feet up.
Can't quite make it, because dashing is a full action.
It is a full action.
All right, then try out to Hazeal, and I could use your expertise a little bit closer to the battlefield, Hazeal, or rather, I would. He words it better than that. I tried my best. And gives bardic inspiration to Hazeal, 1d8.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
An excellent hit, my friend. Let's see if I can do if I can do as well as the Kender. And Dalamar will whip his hands out, perform a somatic gesture. No, not a somatic gesture, a somatic gesture, and will fire out some magic missiles of his own at the Dragonlance that is floating through the air. And he is going to burn a 4th level spell to do this.
Was this a gesture?
Yeah, that was the
Is-
Flamnic gesture.
Yeah, that's the somatic gesture. Yeah, Levna's very, very well versed in that. Did you know Levna's a mage? Okay.
Wow.
We're all mages here.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
just an accident. We're just all whoa.
So
Aurontiros.
2, 4, 7. That's what I'm talking about. 7, 10, 18. That's going to be 24 points of... Oh my god, really?
What's he doing?
Just you hear him scratch out the.
I love it. So, pointing his hands out, he goes, let's see if I can do this as well as the Kender. And a host of magic missiles are going to fly out, slamming in to the screaming, burning Dragonelle, and with a shriek, its head is going to explode. And it is going to spiral to the ground, dealing 17 points of damage to its rider, which is, actually, you know what? He would get a chance to do an acrobatics roll, and he would roll a 2. So never mind, that's 17 points of damage. Oh, these guys are going to get him an attack eventually, I promise.
I was really hoping he was going to pull out a hoopak himself.
Oh yeah, just ah, surprise! He opens his robe and he's actually on stilts.
Oh my
I knew it.
gosh, Riz
Dalamar's
would
a
be
Kender all
best
along.
friends.
That would be your future
Oh.
husband.
Yep, that would be my future husband.
That's you'd have to go on a Kender date. All right, and then Levna is going to look at this and be like, couldn't have done this any closer, huh? Is gonna start jogging over to the one that that Godfrey is up against. She's gonna take a double action and pull up next to Godfrey. And that is gonna be her turn. Top of the
Does she get
initiative.
double movement?
She's gonna do double
Because
move.
of
Yeah,
haste?
she's gonna. No, she doesn't have haste. No, she's gonna spend her
Right,
action
I
to
was-
dash.
That's
So
right.
it sounds
full
like an
action.
entire cupboard full of pots and pans just fell on the ground, but she's going to make it there. Clang! Top of the initiative now with Hazeal. So Hazeal and Dalamar are the only ones who are visibly just hanging back at this point. Oh, and Kelara. The three casters are just kind of hanging out at the back.
This is
And Riz is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, Riz is... I don't know where Riz is.
Riz doesn't know where Riz is. As somebody in the chat mentioned, she's in witness protection in
Yeah.
like New Jersey now.
Kender protection.
Yep. Okay. So that was a lot that happened in that round. Remind me who's left?
Exactly. They're the two riders are both 60 feet away from you. Both of them are prone. Pardon me, that's not true. The first one is prone, the one that Godfrey is next to, has not had a chance to get up. The other one landed hard and probably is not going to want to live with that knee, but he is on his feet.
Cool. Can I still see the one who is running from them?
Yes. The figure is hunched down in the bushes about 40 feet ahead of you at this point.
Cool.
And actually, inside of your line of sight, I will say that it is a human man, probably around between 18 and 20 years old, side shave, kind of long hair on top, very, very kind of like arching, almost Aurontiros-like eyebrows, dressed in kind of a hunting outfit, with kind of very, very tan skin and almond-shaped eyes.
Cool. I would like to move forward 30 feet. Or I guess 25 feet. Whatever my movement is. I forget what it is now.
25.
It's 25. I move forward 25 feet. Which... Oh, crap. No, that doesn't work. God damn my dwarven legs. I'm still going to move forward 25 feet. And... basically... call whisper out to them and go, get behind us.
You don't have to tell me
the one
twice.
there.
He was
And-
surprised last round as well and didn't act. I also rolled a 3 for his initiative.
Fair, yeah. So I can't do the fun, cool thing I was gonna do. So instead, I will do. My dwarven legs mean I'm 5 feet short, which is fun. Where is it? This one? No. No, this one, because I want to actually roll damage. I am going to actually let's do this. I'm going to I think I can twin spell cantrips. Yes?
If
I
it has
believe
a
I can.
target, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to spend 1 sorcery point of the spell's cantrip. Awesome. I'm going to twin spell firebolt.
Okay. You're gonna hit both of them.
I'm gonna hit both of them.
All right, make me 2 attack rolls. They can see you now, so you will not have advantage on both of these rolls, but you do have 1 advantage from Aurontiros, if I'm not mistaken.
I have. I don't have
Levna
Oh no, pardon me,
has
that was
the
given to Levna.
advantage,
Bardic.
But
I have Bardic.
Hazel does have Bardic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
1. That is. I'm gonna use Bardic on that one. Cool. That's a better roll than that. Where is my? That's a dirty 20,
That'll hit.
and that's much better. Oh, right, I don't roll that one for that, though. That's another dirty 20.
That's
Two
gonna hit both of
20s.
them.
Cool.
Nice.
That's 15 on the first one,
Okay.
and 9 on the second.
Oh, you're making my math real easy. Thank you, Jen. All right,
Oh,
2
good.
gouts of flame are going to shoot out of your dwarven mage as she raises her hands, and the fire is going to slam into each of the Dragonel riders as they roar in pain. Anything else you're doing, Hazel?
No, that is it.
Okay, Rizira, you're up, and then it is the Dragon Army officer that is in front of. That is over by themselves.
Oh, is he looking? Which one's looking more hurt right now?
The one that just fell off. So basically, directly in front of you, one of them fell down there and is being flanked by Levna and Godfrey, and then just got hit by a fireball.
Okay, so
About
they
20
probably
feet
got
to
that
the
one.
to the left, there is one
Yeah.
by themselves.
Yeah, okay. Well, Levna and Godfrey got that one. So Riz is going to pop out from her hiding spot and take a good old little 2 attacks, and then we'll see what she does with her bonus action. But I'll take 2 attacks for now.
Okay, so you're going to rush over there and do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be able to reach. I don't think. Are you trying to get advantage on your first attack with stealth?
I am very much, sir.
You got a 33 on your stealth roll. There is no
35
way.
actually.
Oh, sorry. Then my passive perception was 35. So take advantage on the first
Oh.
attack.
Cool. Come on, dice. I want a crit on a sneak attack.
One day.
One day. No, that is a fucking 3 and an 8. 8 plus 7 is...
8 plus 7 is 25.
Yeah. 8 plus 7 is... God, I am terrible with math. It's 15.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. 18 plus 7 is
I'm-
25.
Yeah. I'm going to add determination to see if now that he's off the Dragonel, I can hit him. So I'll bring
You
that
used your
to
determination
18.
earlier.
It was brought back from
She got it
chat.
Was
back.
it? Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
So, boop, boop.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so how
So
much?
does an 18 hit?
An 18. Let me just check something real quick. Well, I don't need the Dragonels anymore. An 18 will miss.
Fuck! Okay. Well, so that's one attack. Second attack. Just
Okay.
straight. Come on, you bastard. That's a 19. You son of a gun. You're close. You're so close to perfection.
A 19.
But does a 26 hit?
A 26 absolutely hits.
All right. With my rapier and my sneak attack. Damblage, which is 4d6 now. I love it so much. Oh, not bad, not bad. 15, 16, 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay. How many?
20.
Ooh, beautiful hit.
How's he looking?
Still on his feet, but very surprised. The first one you will stab out, out of the darkness, and he'll reflexively just catch the side of your blade with his shield, but you will swivel around and stab into his lower back, punching out the front. He starts to sag on his left leg as some of the strength starts to leave his body.
Oh, was he prone or no?
He was not. The other one's prone.
He was the not prone one. Okay.
He was not
Just wanna
prone.
make
He
sure for my
landed and
second
basically just
attack.
broke his leg, but he's still up.
Okay, cool. All right. So since he's still not hurt, Riz will take
Oh,
one
he's still
more.
he's hurt, but he's not
He's
dead.
still not dead.
Okay.
He's not dead. Riz will use her bonus action to then do another rapier strike with her offhand. Come on, you bastards. Dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 to hit is a hit. Roll me damage.
All right, come on.
Come on, I believe in you.
I just got just one die for this, unfortunately. A D8, and I rolled a 2, and
Okay.
because it's offhand, I don't get to add my the thingy. So a 2 points of piercing
2 points of damage. All right. So you will stab in, plunging into his upper thigh, but there's not much more damage that can happen to that destroyed leg. At a certain point, you're just kicking a horse.
Yeah. So how much movement did I take to? Get to
That would have
hopefully-
taken your entire movement to reach there from where you were last time. Well, hold on. So where were you hiding last time? Because you moved forward.
I moved forward 30 feet.
Okay. So then you had to
first
move
round.
30 feet to reach these guys this round.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know how the triangle fits with the 30 and 60 and Pythagorean theorem and all that jazz.
So you're exactly right there. So that is going to be your turn for the round.
Okay, cool. I won't back up. Darn it! I was hoping for that.
You can't, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I can't. But thankfully,
All right.
Hazeal has given me +2 to my AC, so that'll hopefully work.
The Dragon Army officer is going to turn, kind of sloughing the meat of his back off of your blade as he spins around with his lance, and is going to yell, "In the name of Tarkasus, I will kill you!" and tries to embed his lance into you. He's going to take 2 hits with you. And let's see how this goes. Ooh, I don't think he hit you. Does a 17 hit you?
Well, it would with Hazel's mage armor, but then Hazel also put me +2 for
Okay.
haste, so it does not.
As he lashes out, it's going to kind of bounce off an ethereal armor that's around you as you kind of twitch out of the way. The next one's going to come directly at your gut, and you are going to dodge out of the way with a paltry 10 to hit you.
Cool.
At that, across the way, he is going to shout, "Kill the infidels!" And the other Dragonel rider, the officer, is going to use his reaction to make an attack against Godfrey. And he is prone. I'm going to spend a hurt them more to roll as normal. I don't think it's going to work. Godfrey, that's going to be a 12 against you.
No, and then I'm going to use my reaction and attack him
Okay.
with riposte.
Riposte. See, I love Battle Masters are great, man.
Nat 20.
Holy shit. God damn it. Did you roll that with advantage too?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So it was a 10 and a 20. So, yeah,
damn
because
it.
he's prone. Sorry.
God damn it.
So that's and because I'm using riposte, it adds an extra D8 to the die. So that's 15.
Okay.
Yes,
23,
Godfrey.
31.
Okay.
32. Sorry.
All right, powering your blade down. You're gonna kind of like, he's gonna kind of try to stab up at you with the lance, but you're going to pivot it out of the way and just jam your blade under his arm, punching deep into his rib cage. He is still alive, but my God, these guys are almost.
As I do that, I'm going to be like, surrender.
He's gonna cough blood in your face as a response, and that is the end of the actions for Dragon Army Officer number 1. Godfrey, it's your turn.
First thing I'm going to do is use my bonus action and be like, come on, Riz, hit him again.
Yes.
Okay.
Ha ha. Ha ha. Oh, come on, dice. Come on. Which one? You are rolling the 19, so I'm going to give you another chance. No, that's still only it's a dirty 20 to hit.
That's a hit, though.
I know. I just want it to be glorious. Oh, that's what I like to see. 24 points of piercing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Godfrey says that again. Riz is going to go, okay, I am feeling all like an energy, and she's just going to stab him just because he's kind of leaning over.
Yeah, he's leaning over you.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just going to stab up into his chest, and just as far as she can go, she kind of pushes it, and then just
He's gonna kind of like, he's like almost head to head with you as you're beneath him. He go, oh, and he's gonna fall over dead.
Yeah, Riz kisses him on the nose.
Okay, back to Godfrey.
You know what? I just told this guy to surrender, so I'm going to use my action to dodge.
Okay. Sounds good.
And yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, Kelara, it is your turn. Godfrey basically has one man at sword point, about 60 feet in front of you.
Okay. So Godfrey's between me and him?
No, he and Levnar are kind of flanking. You can see him.
Okay. I'm just gonna shoot him with my crossbow then.
Okay. You could, at your range, you can't really hear Godfrey be like, hold. So go ahead, do it. He is prone, so you'll have disadvantage on the hit.
Oh, okay, he's prone. Sorry, I thought he was standing.
No, he's not. Neither of them are standing now, but one of them was standing.
Okay, well, if he's prone and he's within 60 feet, make a tech saving throw.
14.
Yeah, that's not a success.
Is that Sacred Flame?
Yeah. Oh, you know, I fucked up the first time. I forgot we're over 5th level. I should have rolled 4d8
Oh, God damn it.
instead of 2. It's 13 radiant damage.
How do you do this?
I think she just kind of holds her hand out and speaks the words, and instead of streaking towards him, I think it just kind of like bursts into being like a little flame above him. But it's very radiant and like gold. And then just over him.
All right. He will scream as the light devours his voice. And there, we are out of combat. The dead Dragonels lie in state there, and the riders lie the same. The boy scrambles back over by Hazeal and goes, Y'all ain't with the dragon army, I imagine.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Woo! Yeah.
Breathe. You're safe now.
Oh. Well, I'm pleased to meet you. My name's Klystron.
I'm Hazeal.
Klystron.
Are you
Klystron.
injured?
I mean, I'm a little banged up, but nothing major, mostly just exhausted. I was out doing some rounds. I'm a scout. And I saw these folks picking off, well, trying to tag and capture some wild dragonels. So I decided to follow them back where they come from. They got a whole mess in camp up to the north. Oh,
That's why we're here.
You were scouting for
you saved my life. I think I could probably trust you. I'm from one of the local communities around here, a place called Hearts Hollow. I got some news I need to take back to them. Can I, if you help me get back there, in case any more of these guys are flying around here, I could probably get you a hot meal, maybe a drink.
How far away is it?
From here, about, well, the entrance is about 3 miles. I know a shortcut, though. I can probably get us there in about a half hour.
I think I could manage that.
Yeah, we kind of had like what? We said like 4 hours of kind of survey, so
Y'all
that would give us time.
Y'all are doing a survey of this place?
No, exactly.
Why is he wearing Dragon Army clothing? He gestures at Aurontiros.
What that?
We were doing a little bit of a spy mission sort of thing, and it didn't quite work out. So I don't. Aurontiros, you probably could take that off and just save that for the next time we try and infiltrate somewhere. But
Probably a good idea.
I'm sorry. What are y'all names?
Hazeal.
Hazeal, nice to meet you. He'll say in Dwarvish to you, pleasure to meet you.
I'll respond in Dwarvish. And you?
Got a lot of dwarves around Hearts Hollow.
Kelara will step up and offer her hand. I'm Kelara.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. Kelara.
I'm Godfrey
Rizira.
Highvalor.
Godfrey Highvalor and Rizira.
Queen of the Kender.
Levna Drakehorn. Sir Levna Drakehorn. Levna Drakehorn, nice to meet you too. Dalamar. And my cousin, Aurontiros. Thank you very much. Funny to have two elfkin. Y'all don't look much alike, but I don't really know elves very well. Well, if you want to come with me, Hearts Hollow is just a little ways away. Oh, I really appreciate it. Woo! This has been one heck of a couple of days for me.
Lead the way.
I don't see a problem, and like, we don't want you getting chased by more of those dragonelles in case they're nearby. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, whew. Well, I know Nessa's going to be real excited to meet you. She's kind of the mayor of Hearts Hollow. Definitely, I think I can talk her, one of the Salt Lick's famous beverages. Oh, you'll like it. Just come with me. Wait, did you say you're the Queen of the Kender?
Yeah.
I didn't even know Kender were a monarchy.
We are now.
Long live the Queen, I suppose I should say. Well, let's get going. And with that, he begins to walk you south to Hearts Hollow. And I think this is a great place for us to take a quick washroom break. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we talk to you, the chat. Hello, chat. Good to see you. Hope you're all doing well tonight. And Brando, great to hear that Nirn rocked last night. I always worry with Shards of Nirn that, like, the more roleplay heavy episodes are going to be like a letdown for people who want more action. So, you know, it's always good to hear that.
You just gotta wait a day. Like you get the flux where one Shards is quiet, like from action one day, but then like Dragonlance is super combat-y right now.
I've got super lore episodes though, like super lore, literally super lore. I might have revealed something major about the world, so that won't affect future games. I don't have an entire plan in mind.
Yeah.
For the game after
Evil mustache twirl.
I clipped the thing where Kelly types something and
Robin's eyes saucer.
Yeah. It's great.
So, folks, quick reminder again, I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, but Onyx PathCon is this weekend. So, join us at 2:30 on Friday or 3:30? 2:30. 3:30. 3:30, thank you. For, I don't remember what channel we're on for that. I think it's Rolling Nomads. God damn it, I wish I knew. It's in our schedule. Travis Legg from Onyx Path is a moderator here, so he went and changed our schedule and added that all up. I should have you guys update the schedule on Twitch for me. You mods.
That would require us to actually know the schedule.
You know the schedule.
Checkmate.
All right, fine. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Shards is there. We ran our first episode of Star Trek on Monday.
On the Patreon, which was
the
great.
Lower Dorks.
It was so good.
It was
so ridiculous.
Really funny. Like, what was your favorite moment from that, everybody who watched it? I'm curious.
Oh,
God. Mine was great.
I'm looking forward to more of the character interactions, but
I have zero recollection of it, but it was funny. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I remember chaos, and
I'm biased, but mine was like mock, like raging, being like, be peaceful. I'm like, man, that is the best. The Rage for Peace. Hey, that's a good band name.
Rage for Peace. Social justice Klingons.
Greg was pretty great.
That was.
I also to pass the love bomb back. I absolutely loved your John Lovitz impression. I thought you hit that arrogance perfectly, and I always love playing with you, Cal, because in silly games,
I've never done a Lovitz before, and I just pulled it out of nowhere.
Yeah, you got the mannerisms down pat, and it was the way you responded to bad things happening that you just roll with them. I love it when players do that, where it's just like the whole "I'm free," and then it's like, wait, wouldn't the gravity go off? He's like, "Oh no!" and starts flying off. Basically, Cal was temporarily playing a hologram that, like, because the power surged so much, he phased into reality as a real human right as the gravity went off.
Oh, I do remember that part. Yeah, that was great.
It was so good. He's like, finally, I'm free. Whoa, shit, being real sucks.
Ow. Why does my back hurt?
Ow. Oh god, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I've been hearing a lot about some other games. So a couple things later this month, probably in a couple of days, probably right after Onyx PathCon, just because I've got to amp up for that. I've got to do a lot of graphic design for that. Also, big thank you to our graphic designer Michael for making those beautiful Star Trek overlays. They were fantastic. But I've got to do the ones for Onyx PathCon. After that, Demon the Descent is going to be having its first episode drop on the Patreon. Because, folks, if you are on the Patreon, you get an additional, right now, 4 games a month. You get one that I run, you get one that Jen runs, you get one that Robin runs, and then you get one that Bunny Hearted runs, which is pretty great. Oh, and the one that Chris runs, you get 5 games a month. How did I forget about Strixhaven?
It's saying 6 because that's bi-weekly.
Oh, you get 6 games. That's less than $1 a game.
Mm-hmm.
That is dumb. Folks, why aren't more people on the Patreon? That's a lot. $5. Go do it. Demon of the Descent is the New World of Darkness one. Presently it is a spy epic. It's going to run for either 3 or 4 sessions. We also have a Hunter the Vigil, so that's Chronicles of Darkness. That is Hunter the Vigil Summons, which 1 episode of that is already up on YouTube. Or is it? Oh, it hasn't dropped publicly on YouTube yet. It will very soon. Oh, thank you very much. Love you too, Mysterium. You're running this campaign too, so no spoilers. Everybody is on Kryn.
What?
I hope
I didn't know that.
I hope you're having a good time running it. Yeah, join the Patreon. It's a really good deal. My only problem with the Patreon is I wish I posted more, but I just don't want to just post like, hey guys, how's it doing? Maybe I will. There's been talk about me at the $5 or $10 tier, like doing vlogging once a week, where I just kind of rant about something for 20 minutes. No, there's also, it could be fun. Also, there's a book that you guys are going to get advanced to. I have to, actually, you know what? I have a really big question for all of you. If I were inventing for no reason at all for our homebrew setting, plant people, and I put this in our Dork Tales team chat, but I really like the name the Spriggan, even though a Spriggan is like a troll. Like it's a decrepit old man troll with a child's face in Celto-Gaelic mythology, Welsh mythology.
Fantasy games have changed people's perceptions.
Well, don't mention furbogs around Krista, because furbogs are cow people now, and she's like, they're so mad at it. They're so mad about that. Like, seriously, it's great. Like, poke the sore next time you spend time with them.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so good watching them, because Krista's a redhead, right? So just everything goes red when you say it. It's great. Just much like a furbog.
Yeah, I liked, what did I threw something out there when you asked that. It was,
Use like Sprigfolk or something like that?
Sprigfellow.
Sprigfellow, that's fair. Yeah. Are Spriggans
or Spriglets for the small ones.
Spriglets.
And Spriglets for the small ones. And what did I say the big ones were?
Okay, so what I did. So the chat is
So
telling me now that
Spriggans for the bad guys.
I mean, if you just
Spriggans.
look from D&D wiki, there's Spriggan, which is tree people who sustain themselves with natural magic. Then we have Sylvain, Sylvari, which are from I know them from Guild Wars.
See, I'm thinking of something kind of like that, right? Because one of the big things that I want to do is flesh out like the other things. Is like in our homebrew world, we do have a lot of races and different races, ancestries, whatever you want to call them, that aren't core. Like we've got the Dreamborn, which are like people that are manifest from like the dreams of gods and powerful monsters and things like that. Who can change their appearance when they sleep. You have, what else do we have a bunch of weird ones. We've got them. We've got
What about like Sprian?
the Nah, that just is like the Bryans.
Sprigari.
The Sprigati.
They're a type of elf, Sprigari. You got the Qualinesti, you got the Sylvanesti, you got the Sprigari.
Maybe Sprigari. Okay, we'll put a pin in that.
What kind of plant people are there? Like
Sexy
what kind of
plant
plants
people.
are they based off of? Sexy.
Yeah, is it
plant people.
tropical succulents?
It's like
Or do
poison
they
ivy.
change depending on where you are?
It probably
Poison
changes.
ivy.
Yeah,
Because
poison ivy.
maybe something based on plants that are similar to what
Maybe.
they might be.
Well, because
based off
we've got the cactus people,
Sprigganesti, the plant elves
The
from
plant elves.
Kryn.
the herb elves, and then we've got
They're
what's
the
other-
hippie elves.
Oh, the Alfar. The Alfar are the newest race that we have. That and the Italians.
You mean
Because-
dwarves?
No. Were you there for the creation of the Italians? I forget how it came up. I was developing a race on the
Dorkex.
fly. Was that?
Wasn't it Dorkex? During Dorkex?
I think it was during Dorkex where I created a race on the fly because someone dared me to put Alf in a game. So I created an entire race of Melmacians that now exist. They're celestial beings that have my favorite trait that I've ever written for a game called Impossible Stomach, where they can carry their proficiency in small items inside of their stomach in an extra dimensional portal. that they can remove. I think the item can weigh no more than 10 pounds is the limit, and it must fit inside of their mouth, which I think their mouth can open to like about like this big. So anything that's about the size of a loaf of bread, they can store in their gut. So like knives, small crossbows, cats. It does say non-living, but I think
inventory slot.
it's an extra. Well, it's and it takes an action to reach in and pull it out. They're so good. I love them. How many shumways? At least 3. The cheek pockets for the ratkin. I love that. And speaking of Pathfinder, folks, if you join in right now over on the Patreon on Monday this week, it's going to be Monday, not Tuesday. I got to amend the schedule. On Monday this week, we have another episode of Strixhaven, a Curriculum of Chaos. It is our summer Pathfinder special where all of our characters have gotten together to play a magical role-playing game called Pathfinder that we found in a library or something. And it's us playing characters.
What?
It's great. Have you watched much of the Strixhaven game, Chris?
Not too much yet.
Okay. My character became a murder hobo. He got really upset because he got handed a female elf rogue. He's like, I'm a bad guy. I don't want to be a bad guy. And they're like, we'll play it. So now he's playing it like his character would play it. It's what my character would do.
Oh no.
I'm the worst. It's so good. It's so good.
One of those guys.
I'm trying, you know.
Hi, Al.
And my character is the character that doesn't read her sheet ever, so it's constantly like, oh wait, actually I can do this.
Sounds
That's
like you've
great.
got fungus for brain.
I do have a fungus for brain.
That's true. Any last things before we hop back in?
Let's lance dragons.
Let's land some dragons. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's pretty
And
great
yes,
though.
Kelly,
So
I looked it up.
it's what?
I looked it up, and it is the Blood Feud was the 32 player mega board game.
Do I have that? I've got
Sounds
something.
intense.
Was it like twice the size of a very big board game?
I think so, but I also have Blood on the Clock Tower, so that like we got to play Blood on the Clock Tower sometime.
I've never played that.
It's supposed to be really good. I've never played it either because I need a huge thing. I just picked up a copy of The Final Girl, which is a 1-player board game.
Huh.
I also just got a copy of The Wolves of Langston, which is a 1-player tabletop adventure, because I keep finding weird things on Kickstarter and buying them for no good reason.
I backed, it was my partner that backed 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, which is have you heard of that?
It's the one where you write letters, right?
And you need to choose which memories to give up. So it's like a create your own adventure, but you give up memories as you age, which cut you off from, which change the path. So it's
I hadn't heard of that.
we haven't done it yet. Yeah, it sounds wild, and I'll let you know how that goes. 1,000-Year-Old Vampire.
Yeah, let me know how that goes too. That sounds interesting.
But yeah, so I'll let you know. There's also, if you were so interested, Lord of the Rings, the game from Free League, the One Ring game, has a Strider edition where you play, is a 1-player game where I think you play Aragorn, just Aragorning around, which is pretty dope.
Doing Aragorn things.
Yeah, it was a stretch goal for Dorkex. We just missed me doing a single episode of me dressing like Aragorn and playing by myself.
I remember that that stretch goal. Yeah.
It's going to be good,
So
but we'll hit it
close.
next time. All right, folks, it is time for us to head back into Dragonlance, Shadow of La Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales. Okay, let's do this. Get some sound running, and then we're going to do this. Whoop-wee. Okay. Hello and welcome back to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales. The walk back to Heart's Hollow is uneventful. You make your way across the landscape, and soon you find yourself standing atop one immense hole. There's a deep crater on the southern edge of this plateau. From even the top of this, you can see that there are dozens upon dozens of houses below. Patchwork fabrics scavenge from the waste, decorate each home. Lanterns hang in every window, giving off a beautiful golden glow beneath you. The whole way, Clystron has been chatting with you as you make your way. Yeah, so I mostly just normally scavenge for the community and look for things that the wash has brought in. But, I mean, these days, I didn't know them fellers were up north. It's, I don't know, it's kind of scary, to be honest. Do you know much about them?
I was just going to ask you that. We're, I think all we know is that they're camped up there and that they're looking for something and, well, we're trying to stop them.
Well, it's you guys alone, or do you got folk back up there?
Well, I could say we have so many people, it could almost be a small army.
Huh. Well, thanks for not bringing them all. I imagine that would have spooked a lot of people here. Well, let's say hello. I mean, I guess bringing down 7 of y'all is probably better than bringing home a whole army, but just a warning, people around here are, well, they're a mite skittish.
I'm guessing they don't get visitors much down here?
Nah, we're pretty insular. But, I mean, everybody's pretty lively. I mean, you'll even find some of your own people here, Rizira. We got quite a few Kenders that have found their way up and decided to stick around once the Wanderlust wore off.
Really?
Really?
That wears off?
Well, eventually, I think it wears off of everybody. We ain't got... it ain't got no elves, but a lot of humans and a lot of dwarves. Mountain and hill. We even had a gully dwarf for a while, but she passed last year. She was pretty old, though. Yeah, gully dwarves.
You'll be able to let your people know that they have a queen.
There are different types of elves?
Well, yeah, aren't you two different? You got different clothing on? You got different, like, that one has a, sorry, Dalamire. Dalamire, you got a bit of an accent on you. It's true, I do have a slight accent.
Sorry, my mind was all somewhere else. Pretend I did not say that. You have different types of dwarves. Which is
yeah,
what
they're mountain dwarves. Well, I'm sure. I don't mean to human-splain. I'm sure that Miss Hazeal can do that for me.
Hazeal.
Yes.
There are different types of dwarves?
Yes.
What type of dwarf are you?
I'm a mountain dwarf. I come from the mountain.
Wait, that's it?
Yes.
Oh, hill dwarves are just from hills?
Pretty much.
Does that mean there are sea dwarves and forest dwarves and things like that as
Sand
well?
dwarves, desert dwarves, the
Sky
double
dwarves.
Ds.
There are no sky dwarves.
How come humans aren't like that?
Yeah, that's weird. Also, there's
That's because you're everywhere.
Humans infest everything.
No, but we don't have
that's-
desert humans and like
Yeah,
mountain
because you infest
humans.
everything.
Yeah,
It's true. You
Give it
do
some
infest
time.
everything.
like a little bit of an invasive species.
I couldn't have summed it up better myself. Dalamar will say with a smile.
The humans are all standing right here.
We do outnumber you, Levna says with a wry grin.
Kalara's looking at you all just like she's ready to cry.
I didn't. Me? I didn't. It's these two. the troublemakers, Rizira and Godfrey, and my prestigious
know.
cousin.
No, how I was only joking. Besides, you called me pointy ears as well earlier. It's always the kinder. Got to have a little bit of a poke back at you.
We're just resilient.
Well, here we go. We'll just make the rounds as we make our way down into the Salt Lick. So just
Are we supposed to lick it?
well, it's just a tavern.
Oh, I think Rizira was hoping to get some salt so she could grow some more.
Yeah,
Well, I
I
mean,
hear you can grow that.
Yeah, you can. Well, we got salt here as well. I mean, that's the Salt Lick down there. And as you were walking down, basically, to explain the way this looks, it is a wide, spiraling rim around this immense hole. This crater goes far, far deeper than the actual structure of the buildings. It makes 2 entire loops before going down into a tunnel system below. And as he points down, an entire level below, a good 60, 70 feet below this current level, and a good 100 feet down the way, you are going to see this building that he's pointing to that hangs over this immense precipice, suspended by iron cables. It kind of bounces slightly, like suspended in a giant spider web.
That does not look good.
That's a tavern.
Yeah, sure is.
Of course it is.
Riz is like, she starts like.
Whoa, hold on, we gotta make rounds first.
Okay.
So,
Meet new friends. Oh.
we're just saying hi to people. And as he says that, you are going to actually hit the first layer of the town. A number of beautiful cloths hang overhead. The ground is painted in a bright mosaic. Spiraling through Heart's Hollow is this mosaic, a sloped pathway lined with colorful stones. Well, first of all, y'all are new around here. Everybody who ever comes to Heart's Hollow is invited to leave a stone here in the mosaic. Leave a little piece of themselves if you got any stones on you. And if not, we got a big pile over there. We don't expect people just to have stones on them. I mean, I do.
Hazel fully pulls out a small stone.
Well, that was a lovely one.
Roll to stone.
Roll the stone. Roll the stone. Give me a d20.
Yeah,
you want.
I rolled the d20.
Okay, did you roll a 17 or higher?
I rolled a 16.
You have like... You don't have a stone. You do have like a... You do have a gold coin, though.
Is this
Like
one?
Sure. Is that real gold?
Maybe.
Well, someone might collect that, but sure, go ahead.
Can I
Hazel add her rock in.
can I look over at the pile and just
Sure, there's
look through
blue
stones?
rocks, yellow rocks, orange rocks, there's gneiss, there's basalt, there's granite, some of which has been painted, some of which is natural color.
What do you think, Kelara? Which stones should we use?
I think I'll use that blue one.
Okay, you know, I'm gonna use a blue one too. And, put that over there.
I'll use this purple one. And I think I'll take this red one. Looks pretty nice.
Are there any green ones?
Yes.
Let's take a green one, and as Aurontiros places it down, he's going to whisper something in Elven. And cause very small, like little creeping vines that'll eventually sprout like tiny wild strawberries.
Nice.
in a little rocky area. So I'm
Ahead
marking
of you.
off plant growth.
Beautiful. Ahead of you, you'll see that a couple of kids who are up late, buck-toothed and wild, with freckles dusting their faces, are going to peek around the corner from one of these huts and give a shrill shriek when all of you notice them. When they feel more than a pair of eyes land on them, they're going to rush off and scream, going in to one of the nearby houses. At that point, you're going to hear heavy footsteps come around the corner. And this gruff old dwarf with a big, shiny bald head and hair held in 2 iron-colored pigtails is going to look over at you. What we got here? Costern. Who are these folk? Oh, these folk? These are, this is Grandit, End Pike. We just call him End. Because he's pretty old, you know. And this is he's the owner of that store. End's Odds. It's a good place. Anything you need to get that's got a slightly used attached to it can be found there. Some of the best stuff in the waste that's been previously owned. Yeah, don't you forget it. You bringing strangers around here? The dwarf kind of eyes you all over.
Yeah, we helped your friend Kleistern here with some pretty horrific creatures. And we're just returning to make sure that
Horrific
home
creatures.
safe.
Kleistern, you need to get babysit now? What they talking about? Yeah, there were some guys they were dragon riders, or dragonelle riders, I should put. Are you still playing with them dragonelles? You mentioned that at the Salt the other night, last month, I suppose. You still going out there? That's a real stupid. I'm just going out to see the natural. Look, I'm still looking. I know I seen a dragon, and I'm gonna see one again.
Where did you see it?
It was when I was a boy. I saw a dragon, and I've been looking. You've been looking ever since, like a plumb fool. You ain't never gonna see a dragon. Tain't no dragons on Kryn no more. Dragonelles ain't dragons. That's like saying a dog's a wolf. I mean, a dog is a wolf. A wolf is a dog. They ain't the same thing. Anyway, these are nice folk. Well, if they're nice folk, tell them, well, you guys got ears yourself. You can come by here and do any shopping you'd like. Just don't cause any trouble around here, and do us a favor and don't tell anybody we exist. Heart's
No
Hollow's
worries.
greatest defense, yeah. You get
Do
it?
you get any sort of weird, like, weapons and stuff?
Weapons? Well, shoot. Yep. From time to time. Why, are you looking for an upgrade on that hoopak?
Yeah. I don't know if you have anything that's been, like, enchanted or anything, but...
Enchanted?
Yeah.
Do I look like some kind of mage to you? Ain't no
don't
dwarven
know.
mages on all of Kryn.
Sorry, what?
Dwarf, we don't believe in magic. It's wicked stuff.
Hazeal?
Dwarves don't
You
believe
don't
in magic.
believe in magic? Or you don't approve of it?
I think it's both. We don't believe in dwarves having access to it. Dwarves are naturally resistant to magic and its magical magics. The arcanitudes don't hold well with our natural constitution.
So you're saying it's harder for a dwarf to...
Harder? It's damn near impossible, I would say, because magic rolls off us like dirt off of a mole rat's back.
Guess that makes Hazeal a genius.
Godfrey, shut up.
Yes, Godfrey, why would that make Hazeal a genius?
I don't know this Hazeal you're talking about, but have a good time in the city.
Right here, it was in?
You too, you have a great time as well.
I thought, don't you want to meet a fellow fellow dwarf?
Kelara will step on Aurontiros' foot.
Well, I suppose if I'm meant to meet other dwarves, I'll meet other dwarves later at the tavern, as is the custom of our people. Be well, cousin.
As we're walking away, Riz is
No,
gonna be like
Kelara.
whisper to Hazeal. Is that what old dwarves are like?
Enough.
Oh.
Dalamar.
Sorry. Sorry, Hazeal. I guess it's not. Yeah, I'll say no more on it.
I can see how the hammer would be a useful tool as well as a bit of obfuscation among your own kind.
Indeed.
Dalamar will
Indeed
smile
it
as he
is.
just walks next to you. Well played. I, too, understand what it's like for your people to not quite understand your own ambitions.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're doing,
Wow.
though. Not that you need my agreement.
No, I don't.
But
Thank you.
well, down here, we go a little further. He walks you down the mosaic. Some of the townsfolk are giving you strange looks as you go. Hi there, these folks saved me. They're really nice people. See, look, real nice. We got a kender, we got a dwarf here, we got 2 elves, and a bunch of we got 2 knights. A couple of them are gonna murmur. Is that not a Salaamnia? I heard they are robbers and thieves.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. Highwaymen and brigands. That one's cute, though.
Yeah, right? Look at that hair. All big and bushy and black. I like it.
I do like a man in armor. Oh, shut up, Cletus.
All right.
Are we
What?
able to hear any of that, or is that just for the camera?
You guys can all kind of catch this.
Yeah, they're doing that. Most of y'all ain't never been to a southern town. So let me just say, a lot of this stuff is very audible at a range. It's all at a church whisper, I think is what it's said.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yep.
Continuing around the way, you're going to be hearing a lot of this. And about halfway around the first loop, you are going to see a large stone building that's been hewed right into the side of this deep chasm. Well, over here we got the fort. This is a communal warehouse and armory. This is where everybody kind of meets up if we ever have any trouble. But I mean, we keep this place pretty quiet, so there ain't no trouble here usually. And what else we got here? We ain't gonna reach it at this point, but you see that building that juts all the way out in the middle? That's Lavender's. Now, I know I saw you cast some magic earlier. He kind of glances back at Hazeal. You know what? Inn don't need to know that if you don't want to share it. I caught on to that. But if you're looking, Lavender Giles is a wizard down there. He's a good guy. He casts like spells and he makes tinctures, like alchemy stuff.
Hmm, interesting. Thank you.
Yeah,
Is
it
he
could.
able to do enchantments as well?
I would say so. He cleared my third cousin twice removed a colic when she was a baby. I imagine that's an enchantment. Hopefully.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. And then we'll just right around here, he'll continue walking you around the way. People still giving you those looks. Hey, is that your cousin? Well, the one with the yellow hair? Hey, Susie! Susie! This redhead with bright pigtails and freckles all over her cheek is gonna kind of lean at the edge of the crowd and wave at Kelara. Susie! Oh, sorry, you ain't Susie. You look just like her though. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought you were my cousin.
Oh. No, sorry.
You're pretty, though. I mean, not as pretty as Susie, but you're very striking.
Thank you.
Yeah, so down here, Clystern will take you. This is the Salt Lick. You can see that the Salt Lick, to get to it, you have to walk across these cable bridges. And as you walk on them, they bounce slightly as you move, and you can hear the cables making that kind of like throng, 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 throng kind of musical noise as they're stretched. Now, they're very strong, and anybody, dwarves, and particularly those of you with musical inclination, are going to know that they're definitely strong enough to hold these things. You know, that's going to be not a problem holding up this building here. But this web of sturdy cords holds this tavern that's, I'm not going to say entirely raucous, but there's definitely some things happening in it. And as you approach, the door is going to swing wide open, and a dwarf woman walking arm in arm with a rather portly human man are going to kind of stumble out and go, and that's why I said, I love me a dwarf because you're just the right height. Who are you? He kind of glazily looks at all of you. The dwarf woman takes a big swig of ale and goes, what are you looking at, y'all? Wait.
All right, height for what?
Refilling oil lamps.
Aren't those higher up?
Yeah, but she's on my shoulder at the time. Hey.
Oh.
They're both gonna kind of like heel themselves back against the edges of this railing to let you strange folk pass.
Well, enjoy your oil cleaning.
Well, I plan to get that oil lamp right lubricated. Oh, quiet you. You're gonna need more drinks in me than that. And they're gonna kind of waddle off along the bridge. The door is going to slam shut after you all walk in. And on the inside of this building, you're going to see that it is quite a wide inn dangling there over the bridge, with a roaring fire in one corner, with a large pot of stew boiling away over it. There are several serving girls and boys in their late teens that are working around carrying mugs of ale and glasses of wine to and fro. It's fairly popular. Now, though Hearts Hollow doesn't have a terribly large many people in it compared to a settlement that you might be used to, like Calaman, there's still almost 3 dozen people here. You know, just shy, upper 20s. And as they're sitting around drinking, they're going to turn and the music is going to abruptly stop as you enter. What are you looking at? You're going to hear someone behind the bar say, get back to doing your jobs. Putting coin in my pocket and drinking my beer. Oh, sorry, Ness. And they're going to start drinking again. And you'll see that a fairly aged human woman, kind of probably around 40, 45, with long, bright copper hair that's beginning to, well, it's going to start being streaked soon, you're pretty sure, because her eyes are starting to get that crow's feet around the edges. Her lips are still pretty bright, and she's got a lot of fire in her eyes, but that hair moves around her shoulders like molten copper. She looks your direction and goes, Clystern, what kind of visitors you brought here? Ness, these folks saved me out in the wastes from some strange dragon riders. Or dragonale riders. Phew, with those dragonales. It's going to be the death of you. Put the darn music back on, she's going to shout. And the musician is going to begin playing again on their strings. It's a kender playing, actually.
Ooh.
A big, ruddy, chubby-faced one.
I know that tune. I haven't heard that in ages since I was in kindergarten. Oh. Wonder we go, wonder we go. Yeah. I still remember those lyrics.
So Clystrid is going to approach the bar, and as he approaches, do you follow with him?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Riz is super interested now. Yeah.
Is it just one musician or?
There is only one musician right now.
Aurontiros is gonna kind of go over and join them with their. What are they playing?
Right now, I'm not sure what this would be. What does it sound like to you? Mandolin, probably.
Yeah, it sounds like a mandolin or like banjo. You could, if this
It's
is
a band. I just don't have banjo music, but yeah, it's gonna be it's a banjolin.
Okay, so kind of like well, in that case, a fiddle goes with the banjo pretty well.
Ooh,
And hearing the
yes.
beats, Aurontiros is going to nonchalantly pull a bar stool over and hit the fiddle to their chin and give it a go.
Oh, how are you doing? You know some music, do you?
Oh, just a
Oh,
little.
I'll play along with you. Do you want to play along with me,
Oh.
eh? Do you, Elfie? You know, an elf is a lot like a kender, just big and tall with pointed ears.
Oh, well, it is said that when Kender get old enough, they just keep getting taller.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. When we get tall enough, then we turn into an elf, and then we split into multiple kender. That's how there's so many of us out there, don't you know?
Real? Oh, I didn't hear that.
And you learned this from your uncles, cousins, stepbrothers.
I knew that
wives,
from my uncle. From my uncle. Do you know my
directly
uncle?
from your uncle.
Are you my uncle? You look like a bit of a kender, do you? Maybe inside of all that tin can you wearing.
Oh,
He's
I-
actually two Kender stacked on top of each other.
With pecs
One
like
on
that,
the
it's
other
probably
one's
three
shoulders.
kender.
Excuse me, you need 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. My name's Roosback. Roosback Finkeldump. Nice to meet you.
Sorry, what was that name?
Roosback Finkeldump.
Fingeldump.
Finkeldump. You know, like you dump the Finkles.
Fecal dump?
Finkel.
Finkel.
It's a
You know,
proud and well-known kender name. Are we gonna play music or are we gonna play with my last name?
Everyone knows the fields of Finkel and the
Everyone
seasonal
knows the fields
dumping.
of Finkel and the dump.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that's the best part of the harvest.
It is. It's where we dump all the chaff. All right, well, let's play the Fields of Finkeldump. You ready? All right, you want to hear all that, everybody? Come on, it's my name's Zick. We'll play it. Do you know the song?
Oh, I can follow.
See, it's even famous in whatever nasty this one's from. Nobody makes fun of him because he's from one of the places with nasty in the name.
Oh, you don't know that we haven't been making fun of him. We just came in here.
Okay, we'll make fun of him later. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you'll start playing along with him. And are the rest of you approaching the bar with Clystrin?
Mm-hmm.
So Klystrin's going to sit on the bar, and as you all approach, the other people who are sitting at the bar are going to kind of like do that thing where they part for you like a sea. You know, giving you plenty of spaces. Outsiders. They're outsiders. The woman with the copper hair leans on the bar. So, what brings you here? Besides, I guess doing this fool a service? When he was out in the wastes? You're supposed to be out scouting, Clystrin. I know. I want to see a dragon again. Tain't no dragons in the northern wastes.
I don't know about that, man. I seen something.
What have you seen?
Well, I mean, I guess seen... Yeah. I don't know. You say you saw a dragon when you were a child. It's impossible. No, not that. Recent, like...
Nothing's impossible.
There are plenty of things that are impossible.
Is this woman a Kender as well?
No, she is a full human.
No. Oh, she's a full human cat.
Yeah. We did kind of Irish code the Kender, but no, this one.
Yeah, no, that's what I was wondering, because you also did it for the other guy too, so that's what I was like.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
got definitely kind of a kind of accent.
Harder. Yeah.
Hurdy.
Just the region they're from. It's a regional
Tell us
dialect.
what you saw.
I was up by that camp they got set up there in the north, and I done heard something as they were going. One of them was it was when they were wrangling those Dragonelles in. I saw one of them moving with this big package. It was about this big, about the size of a ham, wrapped in cloth, and some of the cloth fell away as it was going, and I swear it looked like well, I mean, kind of like a big avocado. I don't know if you guys have those down south, but it kind of looked like that, and it was scaled. And I heard them talking about how they found this thing, and that it might be a dragon's egg. And that's when one of them spotted me, because I knocked something over in my surprise, and then I ran like hell. I'm real lucky I made it out of there. How you real lucky you made it out of there? You fool.
You found a dragon or heard of a dragon egg?
I think they got one up there at that camp. Can I get an insight roll off of anybody who's at the bar?
Sure.
Ooh.
That'll be a nice 8.
Nice 8.
25 for Riz.
25. Beautiful.
21 for Hazeal.
Ooh, beautiful. Kelara?
18.
18. All right. I rolled incredibly badly. So let me just check something real quick. So, with my deception, that is gonna be 12. Okay. As you are there, Dalamar fails and Levina fails. I love when the NPCs fail. Sitting at the bar, you're going to see that the woman standing there is going to get a look across her eyes. Her entire demeanor is going to shift. Her body language is going to just adjust as she leans in. And there is a ferocity to her for just a second, like she wants to grab Kleistron by the lapels and shake him for more information. There's just like a tension that passes across her, and then she puts it away immediately. You know, like a mother getting angry at children. No, it's not their fault. Gotta put that away. You're a fool. They could have got you. Then where would you be? Dead? Captive? Or worse? How big was it, did you say? It was about this big?
Does anybody know how big dragon eggs were supposed to be? Is it possible?
I guess the 7 of you are adventurers.
That's true.
Well, you saved my friend. And as the mayor of town here, much as a place like this has a mayor, happy to give you each a drink and a spot of food. We've got stew. It's reptile meat, but it's stewed well with some local herbs.
Thank you.
And anybody who says, my name's Ness. My word carries a lot of weight around here. And if you saved Clystron, you're alright with me.
Thank you, Ness.
Your hospitality is very welcome.
Aye. Clystron, do you think you could tell me where this camp is? It's quite a whiles to the north, kind of over by, and he'll kind of describe the rough location that you were told earlier by the Sea Elves. Well, in the meanwhile, here's some beers for you. Slides across drinks to you. Plenty of stew for you.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Myself? Nah.
There's quite... I don't know what you've heard much about Crane and around, but there's an army coming through and it's doing a lot of damage. We kind of all came together by happenstance because these two, and she'll point to Godfrey or three, I guess, point to Levna as well. Godfrey and Kelara and Levna. And the dragon army came to their town and it did not go over well. So we're trying to stop them. But we also have quite a force with us. I would not recommend going and trying to find anything from them, because it's only going to lead them back here, and they do not take well.
That being said, it looks like you guys have lived here a very long time. Any knowledge or lay of the land might be quite useful in removing them from the area.
Well, and I owe you folks a favor. I could take you out there. I could show you where it is. I know all sorts of stuff around the wastes, and I can get you there faster than you could get yourselves. I ain't much of a fighter, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really looking to learn. But I can help you get there if y'all are tough enough. And you said you got plenty of people with you? A bunch of kin?
In a way, yeah. More kin-like to Godfrey and
well,
Sir
you got an
Lefna over
army
here.
or something out there, right?
Yeah, or something. Yeah.
Ness looks back and forth from you as the stew is placed down in front of you. Godfrey, what were you saying?
Oh, go ahead.
You're all headed out there. You said you have an army. An army of your own? How strong?
Riz is looking towards Godfrey and Levna. This is information that we want to partake.
Pretty big, Levna's gonna say, taking a look at her and kind of like lean against the bar. So, what's a beautiful mare like you doing in a hole like this? Holy shit. She got smolder. That's gonna be a 20.
Oh, Levna.
Unnatural as she kind of
Yes.
smiles. And against her better judgment, Ness is gonna blush a little at the attention. I was one of the first that actually came here and established it. This place is a bit of a refugee camp for those in the Northern Wastes. But thank you. I'm sure I'm a bit older than you. It ain't the age, it's the mileage. And I've seen my fair share. She'll grin at her. And at that point, let us push the camera back across the bar toward Aurontiros. Aurontiros, you're playing music across the bar, down by the fire with the other Kender.
And he's reminding anyone that might have laughed as he attempts to freestyle a song about the... Well, I'll let it speak for itself. In Finkel's orchards the apples abound, golden and luscious, the juiciest around. With a mischievous grin I pluck one with glee, and toss it to a Kender, a gift from you and me. Come raise your mugs, let the laughter ring, we'll sing of Finkel's orchards where memories sing. At the seasonal dumping, we'll dance and sway, under starlit skies we'll celebrate the day.
All right, take a point of inspiration for that.
Bravo! Fucking
Good.
Oren.
Give me a
thank you,
performance
thank you.
check with advantage, please.
Cal. Amazing.
That's barding.
That is barding.
Well done. Well
What'd you
done.
get?
I rolled a 1 and a 6. Let's see what that is with performance. I'm gonna use my determination.
Okay.
Plus performance. That adds proficiency. So
Yep.
15 plus proficiency.
So 18, I believe, at your level.
18. Yeah,
That's
18.
pretty good. That's solid. That's solid. All right, so the crowd's going to cheer, and you're actually going to pick up the equivalent of 2 steel coins worth of stuff at the bottom there.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you,
change
thank
hat-
you. It's-
It's been a while since I've heard that song sung in common. Normally I hear it in Kender. It's a bit
Oh,
nicer
really?
in Kender. If we don't mind hearing it. Oh, Shabbat, the Kinder, har. It is a apple to give to who's your hot for fire.
No, it's got to be more like, how do you
Oh.
kind of do better? Drink the hunter.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's a regional dialect you got to have. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
The Kender
yeah,
are
yeah.
gonna cobble at each other.
Yeah.
I'm just making up words now because that's what it sounds
And
like.
and Aurontiros is gonna banter between them two in Kender.
But Riz's dialect.
Oh, at the Finkel's orchards apple abound, golden and Lucy's the juiciest around. Mischievous grin, I pluck one with glee and toss it to you, a gift from you and me.
Oh, have you heard the version with the goose?
Oh, the goose.
The goose is one of the best parts of it. The loose and
Oh,
goose in
leaders.
apple orchard coming to get your fjord. And we roll it down the hill, and then it rolls halfway to hill.
Oh, the goose rolling.
The goose rolling. Roland the goose is one of the proudest Kender traditional characters. Roland the goose.
I've never
Right.
seen it in person. I've only heard
Oh,
stories.
what if you see Roland the goose in person? He's likely to take your soul. Or to borrow it, at least. For his trick. Because he
Is
makes his
that
wading
before or
shoes.
after the running of the gooses?
Oh, it's about the same time. I would run if you saw them. The geese can hiss fire. Light your tail feathers straight
I
up.
believe it.
All right. So as you're saying that, back at the bar, Ness is watching as Rizira kind of wandered over, and she'll lean across the bar at you. You're headed out there to waylay the camp, are you? 2 Solemnic
plan.
nights. And you? 2 mages. A Kender. A minstrel. And a priestess of Mishakau. Ness looks directly at Kelara and the very prominent staff.
So is it true? Are the gods coming back?
Oh,
Seem to
Priestess,
know a lot for someone we just met.
you don't cover yourselves up very well. You've got magical pouches hanging from your belt. So does the elf. The Solamnic Knights are easy marks. They've got the armor and the horned helms. At least one of them does. But this one is the interesting one. So are you a priestess? You.
Yeah.
She looks a little wary because she's remembering that bounty on her head.
You've got nothing to worry about inside of Heart's Hollow. No one here will cause you any trouble. A few of the old geezers around the bar are a bit flirty with the ladies and some of the younger men. They're harmless. We keep a good, tight community here. Heart's Hollow is safe. As you saw on your way in, it's hidden. Wonderful place to keep your secrets, if you know what I mean. If you go to camp, the camp where the dragon army be, I'd ask that you consider bringing the egg back here. I know a place that I can keep it safe.
Well, if it is a dragon egg, we can't let them have it.
I know I just met you, but you can ask anybody here. I've worked for almost 30 years now, keeping this place safe. And if there are eggs out there, they should probably be somewhere safe like this. This is the type of place that was designed for secrecy. Ness, I thought you said there weren't no dragons in the waste. You've been saying that for years, along with everybody else, Clystron will say. Well, I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again. Please. I'll trade something for it. If you bring it back here. Anybody wants to could make me an insight check. You can always provoke an insight check, by the way.
I was actually going to ask, and what exactly is your interest in it if it is a dragon egg?
Okay. I want to protect
19.
it. 19? Okay. Okay.
18 for me.
18? Sounds good. There is a moment where you kind of look her in the eyes, and there is a... She's not trying to hide anything, but she's trying to persuade you very, very strongly. There is a sense of desperation in her words and tone, a quaver in that lower lip as she talks to you. This is the safest place for it. If you bring it back here, I can guarantee its safety with my life.
We can't make any promises.
Of course, of course. Because you don't know me, right?
Because we don't know what's out there. And we don't know you. And we don't know if that is even there.
Aye, but if it is there... Don't suppose I could get your word off of you, knights.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Would a history roll be good enough to pull up that some dragons can take alternate forms?
Yeah, that would be in history and stories.
Yeah, and because that's in Huma and
It is in the Legend of Huma, yeah.
nice. Okay, that is a it's a 24.
Yeah, that's enough to know that
But-
in some stories.
I'm gonna I don't know why, but I'm gonna look at her and it's like, is Ness short for anything?
Aye, it is. Short for Nezra.
Nezra.
All my friends call me Ness, so I would hope that you would as well. I'll happily call you Ness. Levna will lean in a bit further, take a sip of her ale. This is good ale, by the way. Sorry, foam mustache.
Ezra. Does that name sound familiar at all?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
And Nezra, you're sure that no dragons are walking here on Kryn?
I ain't seen one in quite some time, if there were any. There's nothing like that in the Northern Waste, to my knowledge.
Is that, if there were any, that would be incredible. And, the amount of help that could be done. There's a lot of people suffering out there right now.
If there was a dragon, I'm sure it would have plenty of responsibilities to take care of. Especially, just one of the good ones, not one of the evil chromatics. Gotta be careful. Metallic dragons form strong bonds with the smaller ones. I would greatly appreciate if that egg could be put somewhere safe, such as Heart's Hollow's possession. Sir Knight, I believe we understand each other. But if you want to talk further after the bar closes, I can show you where I'd hide it, so you can inspect it yourself. I wouldn't mind doing that. Somewhere nice and cozy. She's rolling less and less every time she does it.
Makes a great
She's
first
getting more and
impression.
more drunk. She's getting
just-
more and more drunk.
Has anyone ever told you, you have the prettiest hair? I get that a lot. Enjoy your stew?
I think, I will try.
I will definitely try. For a kiss, Levna will say at her across the bar, as she downs her drink. Here it comes, guys, the persuasion roll. And I must spend a drama bomb to have her reroll that. That is a 20. Unnatural. Well, good Sir Knight, I probably could do it for a kiss. I think a kiss would be a fair price to pay to send you into such dangerous circumstances. And Ness will lean across the bar and give Levna a chaste but very tender kiss. And Levna will kind of pull back afterwards and shake her head a little bit and go, yeah, it tingles. Really warm. Oh, it's like electric. If you need to, I'll show you the hollow that I'd hide it in later. Meet me outside of the pub after close.
Let's do that.
Okay. Do you spend the rest of the time just relaxing, getting some meals in?
Oh, with this beautiful music, like I think this is Kelara, may I have this dance?
Okay.
And try and dance to the Kender tune.
Sounds good. I want you both to give me a performance roll, charisma or dexterity.
Ooh.
And
I'm going for
Aurontiros
charisma.
playing his lute is going to give a Godfrey inspiration.
I will
Bardic
need this
inspiration.
desperately.
You can do that, right? Without, or is it very obvious when Bardic inspiration happens?
No, it could be subtle.
You know what?
He, likes,
20,
he just needs to play music, right? Yeah.
23.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Godfrey actually dances a little better than you. I'm going to say that in armor, it's a bit of a racket. But he's going to dance with you, and by the end of the night, that is going to lead to no amount of hooting and hollering across the bar. And it seems that between yourselves, Aurontiros, and Rizira, just kind of making the odds around, you have had a nice job of swaying the crowd over. Meanwhile, as you are dancing, Dalamar sits at the bar, orders a glass of wine, because they do have some, sits and drinks it, and will just smile and watch as Levna makes goo-goo eyes at Ness. What's Hazeal doing during this?
She pretty much just gets a strong drink and then is going to make sure that Levna doesn't like pass out because she's just
Levna is like riding a real strong buzz after the day she's had, but she's not gonna pass out. She's keeping herself at like 3 or 4 beer level. Nice, like solid, like she definitely couldn't walk a completely straight line. But like she could definitely run in a straightish line.
cool.
As straight as she ever is.
Yeah, I think Hazeal also this is something I can't remember, but in terms of like mage's robes, is it kind of like the way I'm wearing it where it's kind of open, or is it like robes?
It depends. It depends on
Okay.
the individual. Dalamar's robes, for example, are, if you're talking about his is, it definitely is robes like you'd imagine, like a full piece, almost like a Jedi outfit, how it hangs
Right,
down in the
okay.
front, with like an over robe on top of it.
Okay. Yeah, I think Hazeal likes the freedom of movement of like an open robe like I'm wearing. So she takes that off and just kind of folds it and makes sure that her any like magical equipment that she has isn't visible.
So I do have to ask, if you don't mind me doing so, Hazeal. Dalamar will kind of talk to you out of the corner of his eye. When you finally do get your test in, will you be staying with Lunatari?
Yes.
I'm just curious. I'm torn, personally. I do feel the call of a Lunatari, but there's also just something so very tempting about seeing that which can't be seen by normal eyes.
So I've heard.
Oh, magic is magic. Cheers. To magic.
She just drinks.
The night will wind down. There will be hooting and hollering and dancing as the two of you enjoy yourselves. And slowly the music will fade away. As the night draws to a close, the barmaids clean up. The bar boys wipe down. The rest will stagger home. And outside of the bar, you will find yourselves just kind of waiting around for a minute. Although on cue, Ness will head outside. I hope you don't mind. I sent Kleistern home for the night. Tain't got much in the way of beds to be had, really, but a lot of you can stay inside the tavern. I've got a pair of beds in the back, but not much more. If you don't mind a bit of a walk, come with me. I'll show you what I was talking about.
Lead the way.
And she does. She takes you down around the spiral. Levna dropping a series of compliments about her as she walks. Fair maiden, have you seen a moon on a night like this? Look, up at the top of the hollow, I can see Solinari, and it shines as beautifully as you. That's very kind of you. She leads you further down, around, past the establishment that hangs over the edge, down into the tunnels at the base of Heart's Hollow. Now, the tunnels down below are quite deep. It takes about a 10-minute walk for you to reach some of the darker tunnels down there. I appreciate you coming down here with me. She turns and looks at each of you as she steps into a tunnel that is quite wide, actually. At once, it might have been a mine or perhaps an escape tunnel. It's wide enough for about 6 wagons to be parked in, with a wide, doming natural cavern top. Down here in the tunnels are a good place. There's a place there, in the walls, a small tunnel, just around the way. Leads to a little stockroom, a hidey hole. There's a false wall in it. Is where I'd keep it.
Sorry, keep what?
I suppose you were
The
busy.
egg.
The dragon's egg. Kept in that camp of the dragon army that you were talking about.
Oh. Well, so that's why they were after that fellow.
I'm asking for your help. I'm asking for you to trust me enough to deliver that egg here, so that I can take care of it.
How much of what Godfrey knows would he have told?
I don't think he said anything yet, but I was gonna say, it's like, I will try to do what I can, but I think the others might need some more, well,
Some convincing.
You're awfully desperate for something that could potentially be a problem.
Wait, why do you want the dragon's egg?
I think this is where it belongs.
Well,
Why?
okay, you're being very cryptic.
Yes.
Well,
I'm
Someone
very good at
share,
being-
please.
I'm very good at being very forward. Why do you want the dragon egg?
Because it deserves to be with its own. And as she says that, her flesh is going to shift, and she is going to elongate. Her face is going to stretch into a reptilian muzzle. Her back is going to spread, and slowly she is going to shift, transforming into a huge adult bronze dragon in front of you.
Even suspecting that this is what thing, I will kind of like almost reach for my sword a bit and be like, whoa.
Kalara's just gonna stand there with like her mouth dropping open a little, kind of looking a bit odd.
I would like everybody to. This is the first dragon that you've ever seen. I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, whether or not she intends to use frightful presence. Godfrey will have
yes, I get
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, you'll have advantage on this, and as will Godfrey because he's suspected. Levna will have disadvantage.
You said it was wisdom?
Wisdom, yeah.
17.
17. Okay, you are okay.
I got a
22.
10.
You are going to get proper freaked out of this. You will not be able to approach her.
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
I think as she was shifting, Hazeal started backing up. Like, what the
Doubt-
fuck is this?
Dalamar just smiles at this, just wide-eyed like a kid on Christmas.
Well, that's the same thing for Riz. Riz is just like,
Maybe they do grow up into elves. Aurontiros, what'd you get?
Got a 19.
Okay, you are fine as well, although you can play this however you'd like. Kelara,
27.
27. You are bolstered by Mishakal on this. That was
She
with
was
disadvantage?
A really nice lady, so I guess
Okay.
she's a really nice
Oh, yeah, I
dragon.
didn't ask for disadvantage. Never mind. So she will turn, and her voice will reverberate as she speaks. It deserves to be here.
That
with its
makes
people.
sense.
I came to the Northern Wastes 100 years ago in search of stolen eggs. To think that they were actually still out there. I guarantee, if you trust me, I'll be a worthy guardian.
Okay.
if it's
Well-
not too rude to ask, if we are successful and bring it back, could I just sit on your back for like a minute?
She leans her massive head toward you. You can feel the electricity kind of building around her scales as she comes close.
I think that we could work something out.
She says, and you can see like a little bit of mirth in her reptilian eye. Levna is going to stumble back on her ass, having failed her save. I
Kalara's gonna go up and pat her head, kind of. It's okay, love.
I kissed a dragon.
Uh-huh. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
I think you're the only knight to do that.
That's not what they meant by slay dragons, Levna.
Could you please stop that? Please.
And the name you gave us, is that your...
My name is Nezra. I apologize for this. I'll make it a bit easier on you. And she will shift down back into her human form.
So you just want to be reunited with your children?
Not mine. But I'd raise it like my own if it were to hatch.
Well, I think that makes our decision very easy. War or not, at least I am on the side of... I thought dragons were spawned from the ether, of the great magics, the wild. But they are born. They are animals. Of Kryn. They are real.
It's real.
You are real.
We still have
In
to
that
find
case,
it.
if we do, then like any animal, like any sentient being, it should be raised with care, not as a weapon.
If we find it, we'll bring it, yes. But again, we can't make any promises. We need to find it first.
Nezra, you don't want to bring war to the people of this place. You've looked after them.
I've grown quite attached to them here. The greatest defense that Heart's Hollow has isn't me, it's secrecy. But should something come, it's my job to protect them. And should I have to, I'll let my true form be known, but it's the reason that I didn't have Kystrin come down here. He's a boy with a good heart, but he's obsessed with finding dragons, and I think it would break his wee brain, worry to see that there was one in his midst his entire life. I fear that he probably saw me stretching my wings when he was a child.
Do you know if there are others?
Other dragons? I would hope so. Although most of us have been sleeping since before the cataclysm, or hiding. It's become quite the fashion to slay dragons. But I promise, you have nothing to fear from me. So I ask you, do I have your word that if you find the egg in one piece, you'll deliver it back here before you head along?
You have my word.
You'll have my word.
Yeah.
Aye.
Levna will squeak. I have no
Lara's
skin
just
in the
gonna
game.
pat her again.
Dalamar will just smile and say, I have no skin in the game. This has been a most interesting adventure so far. I should have allied myself with you quite earlier. Ness turns to look at Hazeal last.
Hazeal nodded.
Then rest. You've got quite an adventure ahead of you. And with that, the camera will pull out, leaving you there in the dimly lantern-lit cave beneath Heart's Hollow, with your new ally, the bronze dragon Nezra, and a mission to rescue one of the most precious secrets on all of Kryn. But we'll pick that up next week. So we'll be back next Wednesday with another episode of Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. And I'm very excited because, right? Did you have fun with that?
Dragons!
Dragons! This is the thing about Dragonlance that I really love, is that dragons are given weight. Right? Like, they're actually something that's really, really impressive. And, like, they're not just, oh, there's a dragon. All right? And I think that's great.
Folks, I want to thank you all for being here. A quick thank you to all of our patrons who make this happen. Because, hey, folks, if you join the Patreon right now, patreon.com/dorktales, you get access to additional 6 games a month, which it would be fantastic to have you there as well. A big thank you to our divine producer, my mom, to Jan, to our demonic producer, Precarious, to our wizards of the Patreon, the Ink Goblin and Tammy the Forever Cleric, and to our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Buddy, Trizelta, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Sergio, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, Mike Baxter, and our newest member, Kalin Whitebeard. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Hope to see you very soon, folks. Bye, everybody.